Ludwig.
What?
Are you peeing or are you pooping?
We're gonna keep it off.
Are you peeing or are you pooping?
I just finished my pee.
So Aiden, looking at Ludwig's fish shoes, Ludwig, you want to lift your feet up for us?
You guys want to see something?
No. Oh, don't.
Flash his balls?
Don't
Did you just
do
flash
that.
your balls?
Oh man.
I missed it.
Oh shit.
Archie has to
I saw
look at
so
that.
I have a
much
good
of it.
angle.
It's not on camera.
Yeah, that's I think one of the
It
cameras
definitely
has it.
is. Footage of your balls now exists out of our hands.
That's right.
Do you
In
understand
Archie's
that?
hand.
I'm
In
down.
Archie's hands to destroy you if he wants.
I don't think it destroys him.
You know I have a
That's not-
GameCube
absolutely
controller
not.
molded after my balls.
They're not your
I
balls.
sent Sick Nasty 13 pictures, a full panoramic video of my balls to model that after.
You're like, you can import this into Blender.
Yeah.
Yeah, enjoy.
Yeah, it can be in video games now, my balls.
I did like that controller and how much it made the rounds, because I got sent the picture and like the concept such a long time ago that I forgot about it. Sick Nasty made this as an award for that Among Us tournament he hosted, like what feels
Literally
like a year
over
ago.
a year ago.
Yeah,
It was.
I
It
think
was
we
well
lived
over a
in the
year
old
ago.
house.
We didn't even live here.
It was
Yeah.
about 18 months ago.
He-
And he said like, "Oh, Ludwig thought this would be funny if I made this."
The actual conversation went like
and
this.
it was.
I win the tournament. He goes, "Hey, so like the award's like a controller because I make controllers. What controller do you want?" And me, because I was like, I don't give a fuck about a controller. I just got my Nesmod God.
You're a bit of a bad boy.
I said, "Give me a dick and ball controller." And he goes, "What?" And then I never replied.
Yeah.
It's like young Link going like, what? And then adult Link a
So
year
then-
later, and it's like nasty, and he's like, what's up, bro?
Yeah. And then
He
he became
messaged-
alpha.
I got
He
you.
messaged me, and I think maybe Anthony as well. And he's like, "Okay, so Ludwig sent this and then sent nothing else when I responded. So do you think this is okay to make?" And I said, "Probably."
I love how I love
Schmeesh
deferring to Aiden, the fucking the worst king of the squares ever. But before we do that, welcome to the yard. We haven't really gave a proper
Welcome to the goddamn.
bring in.
Hey, what's up, Mr. 10K? Hello?
Hello.
Mr. 10K.
Hey,
we
10K.
got
Hi.
there.
10K's all
Did
around.
you
10K.
touch your balls
10K's all around.
with
No.
that hand
No.
that you just touched?
No, I didn't.
Don't look at the camera.
I didn't do
don't
that.
don't gin from the office. Us.
No, I didn't touch
Just
my
look
balls.
at us. Don't look at the camera.
Stop it, you fuck.
You
Fuck you.
You motherfucker.
You know what? Good stuff.
Hey.
Salty. I felt the salt on
A
him.
little
Ooh,
salt.
dude.
Dehydrated my
Don't
fingers.
talk
Dude,
about
that-
his salty
that,
balls.
That ball. So we were at mainstage this weekend, and which is a Smash tournament, and that ball sack controller. So Sick Nasty comes up to me. I don't know it's him at the time, and he just comes up and says, "Can I show you something?" No context. Does not introduce himself, and I said yes. And then he pulls out the controller balls first and points them at
You're
me.
like, dude, no.
And I literally went, dude,
Yeah.
yes. And I held it, and I started laughing, and I'm like, has Slime seen this yet? And he's like, no. I'm like, you have to go show him.
Yeah,
Do
that's what
not
I said.
context. Do what you just did to me. Don't contextualize it. Just go show him.
Yeah, same thing. I
And
was
then,
like, yeah, sure.
I was like, yeah, just like give me the controller. I'll give it to. I'll make sure Ludwig gets it. But I didn't have a controller at this event, so the only one I had was this one. So I'm like,
Ooh.
well, I guess I'm gonna go play fucking friendlies. So I go and I realize that I have Aiden's controller like on me, and I'm like, oh, I can go use that controller. So I go use that controller, and I learn Aiden's controller is fucking terrible. It's actually unreal that he uses it. It's a miracle.
Mine is great.
So I sit down next to who I
probably just
don't
literally
know
doesn't
is
appreciate-
like a player who's like seated like top 50 at the event, and we start playing, and he's really good, and I feel like I can't do anything, and I'm like, oh, hold on, I'm like, hold on,
Let me pull out my main bitch.
I'm like, hold on, this isn't my controller. Do you mind if I switch? He's like, oh, no worries. And so I pull out the balls, and the port of the controller is the tip of a penis.
Yeah, the plug-in. The
Oh.
plug-in's very
So I go
graphic.
like,
Dude.
It's
yeah.
so graphic.
So I just lift it up, and he looks at it like, what the fuck is that? And I'm like,
And you're like,
this is my main.
what's up?
And I plug it in, and I play way better.
Did you start dusting him?
I start
He's
taking
like, what?
It's a really nice controller. That's what
It's a
Sick
good
Nasty came up.
controller.
It's like,
Yeah.
bro, feel that shit. Like,
Yeah.
that's a good controller.
You know what's funny is there are certain setups you can't use that controller on.
What do you mean?
Oh,
You
yeah.
can't, you can't hop
It-
on the
like,
sticks with
no.
mommy behind the
I think-
son at his first
Oh,
tournament.
Yeah.
yeah.
Also, like
Baby's
the
first
Smash,
stream
the
hack?
Smash Sisters like setup.
Also, when you
you can't lend somebody that one.
Yo, you need a controller? I got you.
Yeah. It's like she's like, actually, I don't need.
Modeled after my own, and then you knock the brass balls.
Also, when you're playing, your like middle fingers, depending on what you push triggers with, like kind of touch them.
Caresses the
and
balls.
it's like it's so funny because you're just playing and you're like touching the balls.
They're so veiny.
Oh my, they're so realistic.
Yeah, I tried to use it to mash, and it was not a vibe.
It was not a vibe.
It was way you couldn't get over
it's
the balls.
counterbalance. It's like a wheel.
Yeah,
you got to put the counterbalances.
It's like weighed down at the front.
It's a running joke now though, because like I'll occasionally just like I was doing a sponsor stream with Doritos, and I go,
Wow, we are full
I just
circle.
lift up the controller from the balls, and I go, oh, check out my controller, guys. But I don't show it. I don't lift up.
That's hard.
So like half the people in my chat know.
That's like at my old job. I used to make some graphic stuff, like when our graphic designer was overloaded, like simple Photoshop stuff that would go around the venue. And I think everyone who's worked in like corporate graphic design has done this, where they'll put like a very, very faint, transparent image of something, right? And I would just like select different old people from like Shutterstock and just put them baby blended in the background.
Did I forget if I told it on the podcast what Dr. Noodle Slam did to the dance marathon?
You've told me before.
Yeah, so Dr. Noodle Slam, who is in the Yard Discord, by the way.
He may as well be a member at this point.
Yeah, honestly, he comes up like a lot, like a side character.
He's the null of Eamon's life.
Yeah.
He's like Gunther from Friends.
Yeah, he's
Rest in peace.
recurring enough.
Rest in peace.
But he's alive.
The doctor, well,
Nice.
Hey, you're like you're like Jesus, bro. Yeah, but I'm alive.
I did everything he did, but I'm still here.
And he in our last year in college, he decided to volunteer after getting sort of like talked into it to be the graphic designer for Dance Marathon, which is like a charity event that happens every year at the University of Washington and Seattle U. And they like sometimes they work together on it, sometimes they like compete. But that year he got talked into doing graphic design which is funny because he only does it as like a hobby. He isn't like, by the way, also the guy who made Ever Dream This Man.
Legend.
Sure.
Yeah. And he starts working on this. He's like, dude, this is crazy. Like they weren't even using Photoshop before. They were putting together images in Google Slides.
That's right. Yeah, Google
They were putting
Slides.
stuff together in Google Slides.
That's
Like this
tight.
is how bad the club was before
No, it's
him.
easy. You can move it around really easy.
Yeah.
And there's a little
You can
box.
just move the. You can make
there's
shapes
an
with
add
this one
image
tool.
button.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
And then when I do it on my computer, your computer also sees it at the same time.
Yeah,
Which
it's
is
a great
crazy.
feature. And he puts together a banner for like the Facebook event and like the promo and stuff. And he's like, take a look at this. And he sends me an image on Facebook, and he's like, do you see it? I'm looking real close, and I'm like, oh my god. And at like 10% opacity, he has put a picture of Danny DeVito hanging himself in the banner for this charity for Seattle Children's Hospital.
Dude, that's tough.
Dude,
And
he can have my chair.
no one ever found out.
That is
No one
awesome.
ever noticed because he
I
posted
fucking
it.
love
He
Sam.
posted it in the group chat of like 20 plus people, and he's like, "Is this good?" And everybody's like, "Yeah, it looks great." Like
he had to
nobody
drop the
said
opacity
anything.
from sending it to you to sending it to the group chat.
you
Like, I don't
think?
think he full committed 10%.
I don't think so.
Sam, if you still have it, send it to one of us.
Please.
on the topic of have you seen this man? Recently, me and Aiden needed this graphic for an undisclosed yard project. I won't talk about, but I was telling Aiden like, oh, I really need the have you ever dreamed this man Aiden face? Can you send it to me? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, he's like, Sam is gonna see if he like still has the file or whatever. I'm like, oh, I'm impressed that he would still have the file because he made it so long ago. Aiden's like, oh, it was only like 2 months. And I'm like, you only made it 2 months ago? I thought it was years ago. And he's like,
Oh,
no.
yeah,
He's
you
like,
thought.
He's like, no, you made it like 2 months ago. And I'm like certain I saw it 2 months ago. And then it hit me. And I was like,
No,
I was like, oh
you
no.
dreamed the man.
I was like, oh no. Oh no. What if I've literally dreamed this
I
man?
must have dreamed
Actually,
it.
right? Did you visit the website?
Dude.
You should.
I was fucking so scared. I was
Actually-
like, because I literally had this like visceral feeling that I saw this meme like a long time ago
Of Eamon's face?
of Eamon's face.
Not the regular
Not
man's
the regular one. And I was so certain. Like I even like said in like a public chat, like, oh, this was made years ago, so I don't know if we can get it. And then when he told me it was 2 months, I was like so shocked because I was so certain.
Yeah, you got psyoped. by the
So,
dream.
got-
I did.
of a man.
I told him, I was like, yeah, he made that a couple months ago, but he's done this for a long time. Like he'll just sometimes he'll get like in the zone and like he'll spend like a couple hours on a Photoshop that like makes fun of me, and he's done this for like years.
I've done this too a lot. Like
Yeah.
I used to do it like Victor V Money. Like I
Yeah.
used to,
High effort Photoshop roasts.
or not even Photoshop. One time for SoCal Melee, there was a beef between To and the Crimson Blur, and I had that To ran a tournament very badly. And the Crimson Blur had not like really been involved in SoCal TOing like at all up to this point, but everyone kind of thought he was. So I basically spent all night in Premiere doing this very terribly, keyframing this To's face and Blur's face on two characters from The Wire, where it's Fruit and Marlowe, two gangsters, and Marlowe's like the leader, and Fruit's like, sorry man, I don't know what's going on. He's like, yeah, well, when someone disrespects me, it damn sure did something about it. And I made this whole shit post. I stayed up like 5 a.m, posted it for like 50 likes. And
you know what the difference between us is? I did the same thing, but for I Miss the Old Mango.
Yeah, you've always been a marketer and a
yeah,
shill.
you just
Oh,
you
what
just
about
attack a
what
higher
about you got a
brown
box
market.
in me? We all love that
I did
one.
it for that too. I did it. You make fun of You Got a Box of Me? That is one of a trilogy of songs I made.
Dude, Ludwig, we
That's-
talk
are
about this a
still up
lot.
there, I think.
He was so excited when he made "You Got a Box in Me." It's like it's
You
the
got-
trilogy. It's the trilogy.
Yeah.
It's like the musical, and we're like we just roasted the shit out of him. And I actually felt bad because he was like, oh, he really thought this was hype, and
like
every one of his friends was like, dude, what are you doing?
Hey,
Bro, You Got a Box in Me is Illmatic. And then the Christmas song is like the album Nas released this year.
shit don't go as hard as it used
It's
to,
like,
bro.
damn, bro, I miss You Got a Box.
Yeah.
Yeah, hip hop heads.
That
are-
was the
they're-
real
they're
underground
hip-hop
shit.
That's yeah. When I become an artist, that's what Nardwar comes up with.
Now, Ludwig, I heard that you were laughed and called cringe for "You Got a Box of You Cringe," right?
He has like a vinyl press of it. I got you this gift.
Yeah, well, I got you this. Check this out, dude.
Old Ludwig's definitely in my top 5.
Dude, if Ludwig got interviewed by Nardwar like, Ludwig, what do you think of this? And he just shows his asshole to you. It
Does this
looks
ring any
like your
bells?
star, doesn't it?
It's like a Carl's Jr. rapper in there. I would be so honored.
Speaking of dreams, I had a dream. I was so mad. I woke up. I had a dream where me, Eamon, we're all in the car. It was actually all of us. And Eamon is in the back seat. And we're driving. I'm driving. And we see like this Lamborghini pull off the exit and then flip. Basically, it takes like a turn too hard, and
Is
we're
it
driving
cool flip,
up
or
the
is it like
highway.
a-
No, it's like a deadly
It
flip.
ravines.
It's like, and it starts flipping, and we're all watching. We're like, "Holy shit, dude!" And I'm driving, and I'm like, "Eamon, can you call the cops?" And Eamon was on his phone in the back, and he's like, "No." And I was so mad at him. I'm like, "Why?" He's like, "Someone else will do it." And I'm like, "What?"
Scab.
Hey, reasonable.
S-cab.
Dude.
And I was like, and so the rest of the dream was me, like, we got out of the car and I looked at him and I said, "You're fucking, I will never look at you the same, bro. I can't, you actually are a fucking psychopath." And you were getting mad. You were like, "No, I'm not a psychopath. I just didn't want to be like, someone was going to call it. Like, it doesn't matter." And we were just arguing.
Did
and
you wake up mad at him?
Yes.
Dude,
Yeah.
you're so annoying. Because Cutie did that to me 3 times this week.
Yeah, but I wouldn't like went and was mad at him in the morning.
I was gonna say this is the boyfriend nightmare.
3 times this week, Cutie
Uh-oh.
comes up to me after
He
waking up. She
sneezed.
goes, "I'm mad at you." And I go, "What?" She goes, "In my dream, you broke up with me." That was like night 1. She's like, night 2, she's like, "In my dream, you wouldn't let me buy a cat." And I was like, "That's real life."
Facts.
And then,
Hold that.
and then,
Oh,
Dream
dapping up the
Ludwig,
Phantom
Dream
you?
Ludwig, he holds up.
she keeps saying mad at me. So you know what I do? I get her flowers.
Oh, okay. A little
Okay.
counterbalance.
I get
Wow.
her a
You got her
large
She-
bouquet of flowers.
She psyoped
Aiden,
flowers.
the face he's making?
Why would you do something nice?
He could never.
Why would you do that?
For that in
Well,
that instance?
let me continue. So I give her the flowers. She's like, "How much you spend? Like, this is such a big bouquet." I was like, "Oh, it was like $200." And she goes, "Pff, "You got ripped off." So I got flowers and I got
Holy
roasted
shit.
for it.
You know what?
That's
She's
really
got
funny.
concussion brain.
She does have
does.
concussion.
She's like
brain.
Dwight in the episode of The Office when he has a concussion and no one knows. He starts fucking throwing up everywhere.
Yeah. He's like super loopy. They just like are like, "He's weird today."
Maybe
Yeah.
she wants a cat because she forgot about Durs.
I keep seeing this like gray blur when I'm walking around. Anyway, I like cats. Can we get one?
Can we get one?
Quick update: we went to the urgent care today because she's had headaches from the concussions, and the doc, super chill doctor.
he's chill.
He was chill, dude.
Mario, yeah.
He's my dream blunt rotation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He puts ice in the
Cuties-
bong so it
Cuties
cools your
urgent
throat.
care doctor.
Cuties urgent care doctor, Sean Marion, and probably Bill Nye.
He takes the smelling salt off the doctor wall and just rips it.
Check this out. I've been practicing.
But he's like a few weeks of Cutie having maybe brain fog, maybe concussed. And so I'm proud to announce that I will be assisting in cooking for Friendsgiving this year. I will be making one turkey.
Wait, this is because
Why?
he.
This is
This
Hold
is
on.
not
So
a
unrelated
good
to
Let
thing.
me get this.
concussion.
Let me understand that. So she is still going to be cooking, but you're helping.
I'll do one turkey to take the load off.
also you
But
decided
you're still having her cook.
you decided
Yeah, I'm not gonna do the
this-
whole fucking meal.
Well, she has a concussion.
You decided this before the doctor's appointment. You told me you were going to cook a turkey last night and you went to the doctor today.
Also,
this is called content. This is called looping in things
okay,
together.
yeah.
If you want to take
This isn't
apart the whole
content. It
sausage,
doesn't make any sense.
I agree
no,
with
we'll
Amy.
take
It
apart
doesn't
the
make any
sausage.
sense.
We can
Don't
take apart
fucking
the
lie.
sausage. We'll
You
take.
shill.
Oh, like we can't lie on the podcast
I've
now.
never lied.
What
He's
does-
not
hold on,
bald.
Hold on. When
Check this out.
when people get
Fucking Mr. Potato
concussions,
Head.
when people get concussions, it's stuff like don't look at screens for too long, like don't like focus in on like like text too hard, or you'll get headaches and things like that. Nowhere in that is it don't cook.
Actually, it is. It says you can't do anything that's too thought provoking at all. Doesn't have to be things revolving things your eyes.
Don't hurt your mind. with
Literally,
thoughts.
it's literally. He was literally like, just take like a brain vacation and don't do things that make you think too much.
And then he did this.
Yeah.
And then
She's like, what? And he's like,
to the audiobook listeners, they're smoking imaginary weed.
Dude, wait. Okay, so by the way, she makes a lot.
she
when
makes
she
so
cooks.
much food.
And the
Mhm.
turkey, I would argue, you don't do much, right?
Yeah.
you got no.
Yeah.
She brines that 24 hours, cooks it, carves
I
it.
guess turkeys
doing
take
all
a
that
long
stuff.
time
Stuffs
to
it.
cook.
Okay.
No, I'm going custom. I watched
Oh,
one
wait.
Adam Ragusa video. I'm gonna become turkey guy now.
This
He's
is
the
like
guy who made me become pizza guy.
Is this
done
going to
with
be
it.
like the food equivalent of you watching Adam Ondra do like a V9 and then you rip your V2?
Dude, I'm actually a phenomenal climber, and no, it's not going to be 7 par below Adam Ragusa. I'm going to cook a great turkey too.
It's also an exponential scale, so it's probably more than 7 bar below.
I'm a great climber.
How's the climbing going? I missed the last
We're just
sesh.
going great, baby. I
Missed
went
the last sesh.
with Connor and Bunth. I keep like, it's weird. I'm like indoctrinating people to climbing, and like Maya was here. I was like, you should go climbing next time. She's like, yeah, I'm down.
She'd be sick of that.
I ask everyone I encounter if they want to go climbing, but I have noticed that it's not as a full body of a workout as I'd like. So I started
Mm.
adding 100 squats in the shower to my regimen
Why don't you climb with like a weight belt on?
because I can't do
It
it
would be
normally.
so fucking
Like
hard.
I'm struggling with it normally. It's more so like my legs aren't getting that much of a burn.
Oh, so they get a little stick, little chicken.
Yeah, I'm
Little
getting
tiny leg?
atrophy.
I feel like
Ah.
the routes that you have to be doing to really get your legs in it are like really high level.
Show the folks at home what you're working with.
My milk,
You say you got no, not your milk.
What does that mean?
talking
your
about-
milk?
my milky thighs.
Oh, that yeah,
He's
I
gonna
guess
flash
so.
his balls again.
I might flash my
That's,
balls.
hold on,
that's
hold on.
not. That's very tight. That is not flabby.
No, it's not.
Wait.
What are you? Ow! Ow! Jesus.
what
Oh my
the?
god! Oh my god! I'm gonna
Sorry,
see.
I should have let you flap and float.
I'm
I
gonna
wanted
talk
to
to
get
a
in
I know,
there.
it was
therapist
fun for the whole
about
family.
Hey, if you want to talk to HR, you can just kind of think
Yeah.
about it to yourself.
Yeah. How about you just hold that HR
Appreciate
bitch,
that guy.
stupid idiot?
You can send yourself a message and not reply to it.
The reason I'm doing legs though is I haven't been complimented on my ass in a while.
That's not true. I posted that video where you were drunk and you ate the dog food as a bit, and people all they were talking about was your fucking ass.
Do you know why?
why?
Those are my ass pants.
Well, I would argue that most pants are your ass pants.
No, it used to be that way. But then the other day I was wearing pants, and then I think it was like Hassan, and he was like, "Damn, no ass these days."
Oh,
And so I put on
shit.
my ass pants because I was going to dinner with him last night.
Hey
He
Hassan.
immediately,
Stupid, sexy Ludwig.
He immediately
Notice
complimented the
anything
cheeks.
rather hammy about me?
They're my ass pants. They work so well.
I could just imagine you wearing like normal pants, and then you walk by Cutie, and she's like, "Boo!"
This guy
Like
stinks.
she's watching The Lighthouse.
Boring. No ass.
You have just said like 3 different anecdotes about why you should start working out with me again. Because
No.
you've kind of left me in the
No.
dust.
or clean the
No.
fucking garage. You
I'm a
lazy piece
climber.
of shit.
Or
I'm a
clean the
climber
garage.
now.
Figure out all
if
those
you don't,
salaries.
if you don't clean the garage
Do
for another week,
anything.
I think he's going to kill you.
Hey.
It's funny, Ludwig
Ooh,
now.
over
Ludwig, so there's a compromise going on. Okay, Big N.
Maybe not with my name. Maybe not with my name.
There's a compromise going on where Ludwig will
like that
now
one.
he'll give me days. He'll be like, okay, I'm gonna do it by this day. And what I'm realizing is it's not going to get done. And I'm like, okay, so if the day doesn't mean anything, we're just back to normal.
I got
now.
the salaries
You got them in your head?
locked.
Let's
Dude.
open up that Google Doc.
Dude, it was so sick. I messaged Lodo the other day, and I was like, hey, man, so I need an answer to this. If you could just look at this thing and tell me a really simple, like, one-line answer. And they didn't answer it, and I bumped it. And I said, bump, please just give me an answer to this. And I saw him in person that night, and I said, hey, Ludwig, you didn't reply to me today. He goes, what? He's off a gummy. And then he goes, he pulls out his phone, he looks at it, and he goes, oh, fuck. And then he closes it, and then he opens up TikTok. And he never,
Are you
he
fucking
never,
kidding
he
me?
didn't tell me in person, and he never replied.
To this day?
Okay, no.
This thing
Is
I
it to
needed,
this day?
this thing to this day, this thing
Have I
I
not
needed
applied yet?
is for him. It
Yeah.
is not for me.
Right,
It's for
right.
us.
It is for you.
Everything's for us.
I actually, I couldn't believe it, and I said, you know what? As punishment, I will use the answer as nothing.
Yeah. That's how you have to punish him, is make his decisions have consequences or his lack of non-action. Hey, it gets worse.
And
I've unlocked it. Hold on. I've unlocked the truth recently because I realized I don't know if you're on a bad streak right now,
Uh-huh.
but you're definitely subsiding. You've been awful at Discord lately.
It's been
it's
tough,
worse
bro.
than
I've been getting-
normal.
I've been getting
I just
hounded.
started texting him. I just text him. I get
Yeah, the
responses.
problem is you can't really lean on that because that has a cooldown itself.
You know what the
Okay.
best strat is?
Call. You call Ludwig. He answers.
He
I'm a
You
does
caller.
actually
love
do.
talking on the
You
phone.
do it the other way. You always call me when you need something.
If I want something done, I call.
Yeah, but you don't want us to call you
I will
about
be fine
minor
with that.
one sentence things.
If I'm
You
not
won't be fine
live,
about that.
if I am not live, I'm 100% done.
Wow. Right. Hey, you heard it here first, folks. When I'm angry and ready to blow my head off next week, it'll be because he didn't pick up.
I would have picked up. I pick up. I'm the best caller in this house
What does that mean? The best caller?
at calling and picking up.
That's not true. It's me.
Me.
I'm making a bit.
No,
I'm making a
I'm
bit.
just-
no.
No, I'm dope at picking up.
Dude, you know what was funny at mainstage during top 8? I was watching it at home because I didn't go on Sunday, and one of the sets ended, and whoever was working on audio on broadcast did not close the mic, and so it was Lovage, Toph, and Mango talking with an open mic while it was on break, and I was like white knuckle. Because let me tell you guys, when you're a commentator and you're like you go to break, you immediately start talking shit about whoever.
Yeah.
Like whoever last tweeted, whoever's annoying.
Yeah.
Like you just start fucking talking that good.
Did they get lucky?
And they got lucky because they weren't talking any shit. But I was like, oh god. And it reminded me of Eamon's hot mic before he hung up when he
Oh,
when he
yeah, in
said,
the car?
Fuck Ludwig, dude.
Dude, I still hold that to him.
Classic.
I think about that often.
What?
Yeah.
Why would you think about it
When I
often?
picked your salary, I was like, cut that by 10%.
That's right. That's right.
Never forget that.
That's
Bring
and
that
that's HR.
Down.
Hey, want to talk to HR about it?
Can I get an HR meeting this week?
Well, let's talk about your work real quick. Boss got a new opportunity for you. You guys see Ammo's tweet.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Pull it up, Zipper.
Yeah.
So we had the whole segment last week, a long, like 5-minute segment about doing an Amouranth fleshlight, and she is in a factory. And
Well,
checking
we
them
we
off.
wanted to do a sketch. Like
Yes.
I don't think we're
Yeah.
involved in the
Yeah,
actual
sure.
fleshlight production.
that
the way
was-
you said it was an Amaranth fleshlight, like we're gonna drop a merch item.
Well,
Which
that's,
we conveniently have a merch
that
company.
is what I originally did the sketch, but then she tweeted out and she's like, "Let's talk shop on Twitter." She tweeted out, is her alt to Twitter?
Oh
Like,
yeah,
it's like Kate.
yeah.
name's
Sorry,
Caitlin.
Zipper only knows.
Go to Ludwig's replies.
few
This is the
alts.
fastest way. Go to Ludwig's replies.
So anyway, she replied. She basically took the clip from our clip channel and then posted it on Twitter on her
Yeah.
personal account, and then said like, I don't know the exact.
Well, no,
quote.
she said I'm down. Just I don't know if I can do it on Twitch.
Yeah.
but I didn't think that meant she was down to have a pussy mold.
No, I think she is down to sell something.
I think she's down to sell something because that's why the not on Twitch
Yeah.
thing's
Yeah.
there.
There's lol. Not sure we can do it on Twitch, but I'm down.
I
So-
think we have a new business. It's called Mogul Muff.
Okay.
Oh.
That's what it was.
I'm
He
gonna,
had
I'm gonna go with Mogul Molds.
mogul
Oh,
molds.
that's classic.
Can- I okay.
We could do
Go ahead.
mouth guards.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do mouth guards. We do like
We do mouth guards for like soccer rec leagues and then pussy molds.
You know how they like
Dude,
pour like
product.
hot iron into like an anthill.
Dude,
and and they pull it out and like they sculpt the inside.
Yeah.
You could do that with like my rectum.
Okay, so I was ending stream today to go do
That's
the
big of
yard,
you.
and while I'm wrapping up, I'm like, all right, guys, hey, thanks for watching. I gotta go record the yard. Amouranth in my chat says, "Oh, go talk business." Okay,
Oh,
wait.
Okay.
And this is what blew my mind. I'm scrolling through while she's saying this to find someone to raid. She's live.
She's the smartest.
She was
fucking
in my
person on the
chat and
platform.
she was live. I click on her stream. She's going.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
was she like typing with
She's
one hand?
got the big clompy headphones on,
She's
and
gotta
I
be doing
hear her
she's gotta be
typing,
doing something when she's licking.
and I go, Ammo, are you watching me? She goes,
That is crazy.
and
Dude,
Oh
I
my
bet she like does her
God.
taxes.
no,
while
it's not
she's-
over. So I asked her question. I go, Amouranth, do you just like watch TV shows and movies every time you do this? She starts laughing. She's like,
while still licking.
yeah, nodding her head yes, while still like she's got like this jar of water and she's going like bonk, 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 like that noise on it because she's
She's a
ASMR.
multitasking queen.
And I'm like, this
I
is
could
like,
never.
Dude, she's
This is
so
like what I
next
do
level.
when I'm at my at my old job at Snapchat. I would watch a movie on the side.
Yeah.
She does this while streaming on Twitch.
Poor guy from Brazil in chat saying, "Please butthole see now."
Yeah.
and she's just like halfway through Lethal Weapon 2.
I don't care MIBR. I don't care phase. I only care Amaranth butthole.
Dude,
Wow.
she's the hardest working streamer. I believe that too.
Let's get her
Cool.
on the
Yeah, we were
yard.
talking
We
about
can
that
get her
this
on here.
morning in the kitchen with Maya. We were like, she must have the strongest tongue known to man.
Yeah, we were talking about her tongue muscles.
It's like super. Yeah, we're talking about her. Like her tongue muscles have like biceps on them.
like
when
Popeye
she
when he
closes her
fucking,
mouth, she punches her uvula like a punching bag.
Bro, you ever try to like lick a Tootsie Roll pop till the center, like the commercial says? That shit hurts your mouth.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do it.
But I feel like she licks the ears more than it takes to do that.
Yeah.
In like a week.
how long? How many licks to get to the center of a $3,000 microphone?
She also just has like
So
sheer
many.
will. Like I think there is not a number of Tootsie Pops she would stop at.
Do you think if an audio brand like I don't know Sennheiser or something, if they partnered with Amouranth, would they get a lot of blowback or would it be hype in the public's eye? I think it'd personally be hype.
I think it'd be hype. They would definitely get blowback.
Yeah, but is that good blowback?
No, because
Yeah.
their market is like 50-year-old boomers.
Yeah, I guess I.
Oh,
hate.
they should make those like binaural like ear audio or microphones, but they're both buttholes on both sides. Dude, that would bang
so
so
you're
hard.
just licking a butthole.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like
each-
this would influence
And then
numbers
me,
positively.
me, to be clear here, me as a viewer,
Uh-huh.
listening, watching, and
You're
both
hearing-
both of my ears are assholes.
You're hearing through butt sound.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I-
Butt vision.
Yeah, you're in butt. It's in the
No,
Panavision font. It says butt
it's the
vision.
THX, but it's a fucking long ass part. No, dude. Okay, so I was in a store. It was like a Japanese like cosmetic store actually because I was waiting. We were waiting for food, and I go in and it was very odd. So there's like this little like section where like there's Japanese I don't know sexual needs items like condoms and like
Where is this?
shit like that. It was
You gotta send me this thing.
huh?
You gotta send me this address.
Send you. You know
Yeah,
what?
they had the little Game Boy Advance connector, so you could trade Pokemon in that section.
I will say there's something there that I'm gonna get for you, but I can't tell you what it is. Anyway, so we're going, and I'm looking through, and there was I don't know if this is because I don't know about feminine hygiene or like if pee is squirt or if butts are like if women
don't know
pee out of
this?
their butts. I don't know a lot. Is
Right.
what I'm saying.
Okay.
Okay.
There was a
There's the third hole.
device
There's the
for
third hole.
sale that there was a device for sale that it was like I thought it was a fleshlight at first. I was like, there's a fucking fleshlights in this store next to condoms. That's funny.
Turns out they're called flashlights. They make light
But I look at
anywhere.
it, it's not a fleshlight.
A guy who knows about a flashlight before the flashlight.
Yeah, he's like, oh yeah, I just fucked this thing,
Yeah.
but it also makes light.
It's like kids
Do
who
you
know
guys
about.
need that?
It's like kids who know about Among Us before space. It's so fun.
You know when you open the end of a flashlight to like pour the batteries out,
Yeah.
and then you could just fill that with like
With whatever you want, yeah, with molten metal, and so it's like what it actually was because I like looked at the box. It's like a vacuum pump for pussy.
Oh, like an wait for pussies?
yeah, it was like a hygiene.
I was gonna say like
tool.
Austin Powers,
I
but
do, oh, maybe it was a suck machine. I don't know.
well,
it
the
was
penis
either,
pump.
It was
he
either
grows his penis with it.
maybe it was
Ah.
basically it was a device, but it looked like it couldn't house a penis. It was more for like it was like a short fat thing,
Not yours.
and it was like my
Stop.
dick is big.
Stop. So you stop
I
that.
have a beautiful penis. Don't
To be
even-
clear, that was me having a small dick joke. You didn't pick it up.
Oh,
It was small, and yours wouldn't.
I thought you were.
but-
Yeah, I meant. You know what?
Now he likes it.
You
Okay,
got
that's
soft
too
legs.
many.
Soft
too many
legs,
touches
bro.
there.
Soft-
Hey,
That's
come on,
so
those
soft.
are mine.
You're
Yeah.
touching,
Anyway,
you're touching him a lot.
I
this
don't know if it
episode.
was like
Didn't say
is a vacuum pussy.
Hey, buddy, do you want us to go back and you want us to buy it?
So anyway, I got it.
We could buy it. I don't care. But my question
We can
is,
learn together.
do women use a vacuum to suck things out of their pussy? Okay, I don't know.
No,
that's
this is the thing in Luigi's Mansion. This is
That's true. Yeah, what Zipper
That's
just
just
showed us.
suck a
Poltergeist
mouse.
3000.
Is that a thing? Do you guys
Okay,
know about
Bro,
this?
I don't think this is something that's commonly used, so I don't think it's like
Well, do you know there's things that
more people soak than use this.
you're stupid as shit. You don't have a pussy.
I think, as far as I understand, vaginas are self-cleaning, which is why, like, it's not actually good to douche.
They're like
apparently.
dishwashers.
So I
You
imagine
just
if
gotta put some soap in.
you put a Tide
you like
Pod
you,
in the mouth.
you open the
Yeah,
little
you-
slot, put the packet
You
in.
just do a dance.
You just-
This is terrible. We're gonna lose fucking.
No.
I'm against this
Okay,
conversation.
no.
Really.
Are-
I'm against
the
this conversation. I
percent-
think Son's
the
dumb.
percent is already so low.
Like
A peek behind the veil.
I just didn't know
we'll leave it
if
in.
people needed to suck things out of their orifices with a machine. I didn't know that was a thing. That's all.
Women,
So
we
you get
need
Let
the
us
you.
know in the comments.
We need you.
Sound off.
So I get the hymen out.
Unironically, yes, we do need you here.
Yeah.
This time.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. I just wanted to bring that up. That's all.
I'm a scaly.
Yeah.
Everyone was saying that we brushed over this last.
We didn't brush
episode.
over it. We just here's the thing, guys. The best thing about appreciating a nice quip is you let it go. Like the worst thing you can do is like, wait, what did you say? Scaling?
This is like a.
Like sometimes it's way cooler just to let things pop. You
we
know?
were talking about
Tell me how to do my job.
Auntie Donna's Funhouse that one time.
Oh yeah.
And it was that one bit where the one dude's name is Janiel.
Janiel, and it's
which
funny
is
the first time.
Hilarious. But then they talk about how his name is Janiel for like 2 more minutes.
my
And it's
God.
like, man, if you just left it at him being Janiel, that is a god tier bit.
That's fire.
They're actually fire at like starting bits really funny and then being like, oh wow, okay, we've decided that this will not be funny. Anymore.
Yeah, Auntie Donna and Twitch streamers.
They have.
just
I don't know if
can't-
this was before they had.
can't let go.
I don't know if this is before they had a Netflix show or not, but they have like a YouTube episode that it's them playing Foursquare. And,
Really?
And it was really funny when it started, and I was like, this is everything I want. Please don't.
Auntie Donna guys.
I'm like, please deliver this because
Wow.
like handball is huge in Australia.
They're Australian, I guess it
yeah.
checks
that
out.
makes sense.
And but they call it Foursquare in the video. I think it's because like maybe they have like a larger American audience or something.
Mhm.
And it was a train wreck. They got so much less funny as it went on. And I was like, damn,
Yeah.
we could kill this.
you just
Were they good with it though? They did good.
good
Were they
form.
playing well?
No, no, they're playing terrible.
Would you dice them?
I would dice the shit out of them. Yeah, dude, we're getting nice. Yeah, this is it.
This is it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so interesting. Okay. I guess I forgot that.
and like the beginning, he's like talking to someone on the sideline, then he serves it when he's not looking. He's like, that was a dog move. And like all the things they're saying, it's like very real to like when we play with our Australian
Yeah.
friends, like it's all very real. And then it just turns into this like weird cartoon that like doesn't exist.
Wow. Well, speaking of Twitch streamers, Ludwig, I want to bring this up.
Yeah.
Our good friend Michael Bunthers
Yeah.
got you in some hot water.
Dude, I got some beef this
Wait,
week.
Oh,
you
I don't know
got-
anything about
yeah,
this.
please recount it for the viewers at home, including Nick, who is a viewer at home.
All right,
in
well-
his leather jacket that's made of
Leather.
Leather.
a lion. a
Michael
lion's mane.
Bonther came over and he was here for mainstage. And he went one day, came back. We were talking the whole next day because we went rock climbing together. And he was like, yeah, it was a weird thing happened. While I was at mainstage, there was these people who had set up like a speed dating booth. And they were going around. They were trying to find people to speed date. And like one person came up to me and they're like, you want to go speed dating? And Michael's like, no, I got a girlfriend. And the guy was like, oh, well, this is on Destiny. This is like with Destiny, like, and his girlfriend, Milena. Like, you could hook up with, like, Milena, like, Destiny's girl. And, because they're in an open relationship. And then Bond was like, no, I'm, like, really good. And that
That
was,
is so weird to say.
that was it. That was the story. And I had recounted this on stream. And I was like, it's weird. There was a couple of, because the way it had been phrased to me, I thought it was Destiny's event that it had been happening.
To be fair, we had heard about this beforehand as well, in terms of like this speed dating thing was like, I don't know, kind of being talked about being a thing,
They emailed us.
and Destiny's name came up a lot.
Yeah.
So like there was this idea that like Destiny had nothing to do with it, bro, and it's like, well, if that's the case, then someone was just saying
I
his
think
name a
there's
lot.
a
Destiny was in the
streamer-
email. Yeah.
So
The streamer, I think it's Qbot. It's like she's a girl who streams and is friends with Destiny and Milena. Had I think like asked them to do it and they were like, yeah, we'll do it. And Destiny didn't end up showing up. But the people who were helping, like the goons that were roaming around, were kind of like trying to throw
Kinda
that
weird
cloud
about it.
around.
Yeah.
Just kind of like trying to throw the names out and be like, hey, like maybe this will get you to do it. Because like otherwise, it's kind of embarrassing to go live on Twitch and do speed dating if you're just like an
in
average
general,
Joe.
I thought the idea was kind of like it didn't have the best intentions because it's obviously like, hey, let's see what these socially inept gamers are gonna do.
Yeah,
like,
that's what
fucking-
I was thinking.
Like fucking, let's clown
Yeah,
on them.
I watched it
It's
for
like-
like 5 seconds. It was hugs, and then the only thing I saw was her, and she went, "You can go now." And then he was like, "Okay," and I was like, "Damn, this is awkward."
I have some extra lore for this.
Okay.
So the reason that this all happened is because so the streamer you mentioned, I
Mhm.
can't remember her name.
Yeah.
But the streamer you mentioned, her editor is a smasher.
Okay.
Yeah,
and
his
so
name was
he-
Will.
Yeah. And then I told his goddamn friend, I remember his name. I in my head, Bronze. Fuck,
Wait, Brody?
Brody.
Bronze.
That was wait.
What's
we're thinking
up,
of
I'm
different
Bronze
people. Brody was
Johnson.
Brody was a different guy.
No, but his friend was the guy.
Oh, he was.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking of a different
Hey,
dude.
Anyway,
I'm not your Brody.
anyway,
Brody.
they watched. They both of them watched The Yard. So if you're watching, shout out.
Shouts out.
So
You fucked my boy.
he edits for her, and he comes to me asking if they can do this. I already know about the email that we kind of just like ignored it.
We being beyond the summit.
We being beyond the summit, and I was just like, okay, I don't know. I mean, I'll talk to her.
It's
if she
also
comes
not
here.
your call.
It's not my call, but it is content at the event, so it's like
Sure.
something that I can inquire about, and like I can inevitably make a decision about, kind of. So she ends up showing up anyways. And I talked to her about it, and she like really wanted to do it, and I was like, all right, well, you can do it under these conditions. Like, you don't do it in the venue, you don't mention the event, you do it outside the event,
Okay.
whatever. And like those were the
Sure.
conditions that it was fine, and they were totally cool about it. It was whatever. But some like background to all this is like Melina is someone that I know
Yeah.
outside of all of this.
we got some old
Yeah.
lore.
And it's crazy because so like she walks in the venue. I don't know anything about her coming, and she just she like beelines to me, and I was like, "Holy shit, what the fuck are you doing here?" And we talked for like a really long time. And the reason I know her is because a long time ago she was dating a smasher in Sweden, and then they came to America. This was like 6 years ago. They came to America and stayed at my house because they were going to a Pink Floyd concert, and I met both of them before she was at all involved with streaming. She didn't even know Destiny
If you're an
yet.
avid Twitch viewer, you will have known the guy that stayed with us because he was live with Destiny and Milena.
That's
and,
right.
like,
Yeah.
There was like a lot of like conspiracies, like Destiny's hooking up with her behind his back, and like he would be on stream by himself, and they'd be
Dude,
like disappearing.
when on my show, when I was on the Roshler,
Yeah.
I was on the Alex Batez episode. Destiny was on it.
Yeah.
And in the show live, I said, "Bro, do you know Acid Fuckboy?"
Which is the guy's tag.
Which is the guy's
in
tag.
Sweden, yeah.
Because I met him
Max.
because they stayed at Nick's house, and I went there all the time, and he's really nice. And I was like, yeah, I know that guy. And I told him why. And everyone is like kind of confused why I'm doing this.
Yeah.
And then Destiny's like, oh, yeah, I know Max. And I was like, cool. And that was that. So there's this weird, like,
Dude,
yeah.
it
well,
was
this
so
was-
crazy.
This was the thing we found out when I moved in with you guys, and this came up in conversation. We realized that I had met and become friends with Max on a separate occasion.
yeah, because you're an EU slut.
Yeah, and I'd hoe it out at Smash tournaments over there, and me and Max became friends. Like he's just like
He's
super.
just a very friendly
He's
dude.
just
Yeah,
so
he's great.
chill, really
He's
easy
super
to
great.
talk to. And I was like, how the fuck do you know this guy? And he's like, oh yeah, he stayed at our house 2 years ago. I was like, I met him 2 years ago, just in a different part of the world.
Mhm.
And
Meli-
now I'm standing there with Nick trying to explain this to Melina.
His name was Ken!
Which-
He learned that outro!
Trying to explain from the beginning. I was like,
she also didn't
ah.
know that we live with you. Like she
Yeah.
she
Yeah,
had
she didn't
zero
know that.
context, so she was like also that was like another part of it that she was just like, wait, what? Like very confused by.
all
Yeah.
these absurd layers of like crossover, and then I guess they finally
Yeah, so
finally
all this
got to do
happens.
this.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
end of the Kingdom Hearts plot line is that I said this on stream, and then Destiny reacted to it, and it was not his event. He was supposed to be there. I think he didn't end up
He did
going,
not show up.
partly because of probably me saying that on stream, and
Oh, sure.
I imagine that might have influenced it a bit, at least. And then there was, a bunch of threads on Livestream Fail.
All the stuff all day was the back and forth.
There was back and forth, and
kinda gross.
and that's what it was.
Wait, hold on. I don't understand what.
So he had said, yeah, so he told Mike's story on stream.
Oh, I see.
I told Mike's
I see.
story,
You
and I
told
just
Mike's
said like
story.
these two goons said like that
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you could
yeah.
fuck Milena, which is weird.
Weird thing to
And I
say.
said like, and then I said at the end, I think for content, I guess. And then Destiny watching, he's like, well, it's not my thing. I'm not doing this. This is Qbot. And so, at the end, it wasn't him. It was just.
I think it does suck to like.
He invites you to a Discord call. Like, instantly starts debating you.
I would say that's why I tweeted that out because like I can't debate kids and then debate adults. Like
Well,
dude,
yeah. What was this tweet
they
about?
freak me out, dude. That's all.
How so?
Because dude, they just like they have so much logic.
I see.
And they just all their whole job is to just trap you in like little logic puddles. And no matter what you do, the debate kid in my mind never agrees. I think I like got PTSD from my friend growing up who would never be okay losing an argument ever.
Yeah.
Even if he's like clearly wrong, be like, well, that just doesn't make sense. And he'd be like a fucking prick about it. And I'll be like, sometimes it's okay to be wrong. And so debate kids now and people who debate like as a thing, they freak me out. Because I'm like, I can't talk to him like a normal human.
He was stressed. He's like, bro, you can't get to be with those people. I think it's fine.
Yeah, I told Ludwig, I was like, don't fuck with Destiny, bro. I can't handle debate kids, bro. They fucking.
Destiny was like, I don't get why Ludwig hates me. It's like probably because Cutie hates me, probably because I hate Casey. Like it was this whole
tell
thing.
the people.
Drama
watch.
I've met Destiny, and we hung out briefly at TwitchCon. He just doesn't remember, I think, because I was a 200 viewer.
You're a
Andy.
baby.
Yeah, I was a baby.
Little guy.
But I met him.
Well, how did you feel about that?
It was fine. It was a
It's
fine
fine.
interaction.
People were
normal.
arguing about this on live stream fails.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because it was Destiny reacting and then Ludwig reacting to that react. And like this happens a lot. This is the Ouroboros of like LSF drama.
It's kind of sick in a way because you can just manufacture more drama by just talking about it and then showing like your streamer the clip of the reaction and they watch the reaction.
Do you think he's reacting right now to this? Do you think? Can we all look at him?
Keep it up.
Imagine.
Now that I have the full scope of what happened, like beginning to end, from the introductory email to standing there talking with them, telling them what they could and could not do, to this anecdote, to you guys creating clips about it after, and then to imagine that all of that happened, which is really dumb and really simple, and then some of you fucks at home sit on Reddit and talk about it, is insane.
This is not new. You also replied to a Reddit thread
it's also
today.
That's different. That's
Whoa.
different.
Oh.
It's different. It's different. It's different because
No,
Cody.
it's not.
It's
Oh,
because
you
Cody and I.
right now.
I'll do it. Because Cody and I
In the blue
have
corner.
known each other. Have been friends for years.
Hey, hold on. Let us do a few more cartoon noises, and then you can go.
Bing, 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 bing.
All right, go ahead.
Cody and I have known each other for a long time.
IBDW.
We did in-person discussion about the problems with the schedule,
At mainstage.
and he interviewed with somebody, complained about it, lied in the interview.
How'd he lie, Aiden? How'd he lie? Tell us.
He just in the article he says like the tournament I played until this time on this night and this time until this night or on that night and I didn't get any sleep. And just both of those things are verifiably untrue.
Yeah,
not
because-
by like a small margin, like, it was 10 minutes
yeah,
before that. It was like
time-
several hours before you said.
We have developed a way to measure time, which is like thing like passing, the passage of it.
Oh, is that clock shit?
Yeah, it's that clock shit. So it has to do with
Damn.
minutes and hours. And
That's
he got that wrong. Like the time that he said that something occurred.
Do you have more
By-
followers?
was
than
it
him?
by a large margin?
Ratio him.
No. I don't want it to happen
Baby's
on Twitter.
first ratio.
I don't want it to happen on Twitter. But the reason
Cases
that's
of condoms
different
to ratio.
is two people who were there for the in-person interaction of what happened. I am simply correcting what actually happened. In this case, it's people online making conjectures about the thing they don't know about.
Yeah. You did reply on Reddit, but I think the
Aiden
how
explains.
do you sit here on Reddit all day is such a tired
It's not about spending time on Reddit to begin with. It's about the idea that you would comment on something you are so far removed from. Whereas I commented on something because I was there, involved in the thing, doing the thing.
I discovered epic rap battles of history again.
Wait, hold on.
What sort of transition
What
is
about
this?
epic rap
I'm
battles?
gonna get there.
Her story. That's what I'm saying.
I
I stole that. I don't high five me. I stole it.
All right.
It's a tweet.
Yeah. Well, I watched it, and one of the videos, 10 years old, it showed me commenting on it 10 years ago.
Oh
Whoa.
shit!
Oh,
Did
wow.
you see it in the
Pool of
wild?
280,000.
It
It shows you your top
said,
comment.
it said check out my
It's
song.
my same Ludwig account.
It said check out my song. You got
No,
a
it's
box
because
of
you're
me.
logged in. As long as you're
My
logged
friend
in,
Ben
if you're
thought it
logged
was
in your
stupid.
account, it always shows
But it's
your
the same
comment
YouTube
first.
I had 10 years ago, which I
Yeah.
guess is a little more rare.
That's actually crazy.
And so it's a 10-year-old YouTube comment. It's in a sea of 280,000. And at the end of every epic rap battle, it goes, "Who's next? You decide." And I
Yeah.
wrote, "Can we get Rebecca Black versus who's the guy who does Never Gonna Give You Up? Rick Astley."
Wow.
And that was my suggestion for an epic rap battle.
With a bowl cut at 16.
And you
years
know
old.
what?
Uh-huh.
That would go.
And I was one of the sheep, and I'm one of those people. Hey, I add to the pools of comments.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, you could make it happen now.
A contribution, a suggestion
I
to
could
content.
do
Te-
epic rap battles of history now.
16-year.
Arguably-
No, you could arrange
Arguably
this.
a
I know.
productive comment.
Me?
I vouch for that comment.
I don't.
I think that would bang.
I wrote after, it's like, I think it would be wholesome and funny.
I actually tuned into your stream and I watched you watching one with like Donald Trump versus Joe Biden or something.
Yeah.
It was the most cringe shit
Well,
I've ever
so
seen
that
in
was
my life.
that was the
was-
recent one. It was cringe.
It was. I
So,
couldn't
So
handle
that's
it.
the recent one. The older ones are a
The
lot
old
cooler,
ones?
and
It's like you got to watch the old show.
you gotta watch
Yeah.
the. It's like
It's
kind of like
dude,
Friends.
Luke's
One of them-
lightsaber is like blue, which
They
it
literally-
signifies he's like new to being a Jedi.
I rewatched it. It was Trump versus Hillary, I want to say, and Trump
Imagine this was melee.
basically says the N-word, hard R, in the video.
What do you mean basically?
Well, he implies it.
You either say it or you don't.
Does he like rhyme a word?
He
where it's
rhymes a
supposed to
word
be-
But
with
doesn't-
the N-word and then doesn't say the word,
I see.
which
Yeah.
is as close to saying the N-word as you can possibly be.
Sure.
Whack.
Okay.
And I was like,
That's crazy.
damn. They
Yeah.
say,
Ooh, demonetized.
Ooh.
but not back then. They still got 54 million views and
Oh, they
paid
have
out.
They're grandfathered in.
No, I think it was 8
The
years
Australian
ago.
Old
Yeah,
clause.
video.
just a long time ago.
It might have been limited out, but who
before
cares
they,
now?
Yeah, before they.
Crazy. And
By
it
the
was
way,
different.
I was doing some editor payouts for you, and I paid someone out who got like a percentage of revenue. This is for Cole. It's like a percentage of revenue for 30 days after the video comes out, right? And then I checked it, and then I calculated it, and then I checked the revenue since, which was like a month after that 30-day period, and the video had earned like $10.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know this, but if you drop a video and the first like 3 days, it makes 90% of its money, and then the
And gets
rest,
90% of its views.
yeah, and the rest of the time it just exists and makes $10 over 2
Barely
months.
collects.
It's really interesting.
Depends on like the video. Like some are, they'll slow bleed or just be like huge videos
Yeah.
and get million every year.
But I just
most,
I,
yeah.
I realized the machine keeps you keeps you online.
They were getting the old ad rate on that channel. Now
Yeah,
that I
that's
think
right.
about it.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
They're making big
Oh.
bucks.
Because
They're making big bucks, and it looked
we
like
were talking
shit.
about this past week was the David Dobrik thing where he's getting interviewed by like Men's Health and he talks about the amount of money he used to make on his YouTube channel and pre
yeah.
adpocalypse when he was way smaller he made $250K a month and that was when he was I don't know he had like a couple million subs.
Well, I don't
And
even
then
think that was
he-
pre-adpocalypse. This was all still post-adpocalypse because I believe the adpocalypse is PewDiePie saying the N-word.
That's right.
Yeah, this is before. I
Well, no,
think.
it wasn't the N-word. It
Right?
was the Hitler thing, right?
No, it was the N-word on
This
the
is-
bridge.
this is
no
like- this
Hitler
is like
thing. You're right.
BC.
No, it was the
Oh,
Hitler
yeah.
Hitler
Right.
thing.
This is like
yeah.
BC and AD. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Yes.
it really is.
It is.
I think every
And
YouTuber,
PewDiePie's the catalyst.
like literally every
PewDiePie saying the N-word was the crucifixion of the modern time.
Jesus.
no, literally every YouTuber should get together and just linguini PewDiePie because he fucked with literally everyone's bag from
fucked with
there
the
on
bag.
out.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm looking at the bag.
we go
and
back and linguini the fuck out of PewDiePie. That is so fucking funny.
I look at the bag and I
New
feel
browser, Opera GM. Fuck you, motherfucker! Fuck this browser.
Like, I think what it did is like it reset time, but I feel like I don't know if it's equal where it was, but I can't imagine it being higher. That'd be crazy. YouTubers already make so much.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
You get 10 million
you're
views on a
not
video,
close-
you get like 100K. Like it's
No, but I think that was the whole thing with the David Dobrik interview. He was saying like now, even with that amount of views, he made basically no money on it.
well, he made no money
But
because he had copyrighted music in most of his songs.
Yeah, but also content stuff.
He usually this is the secret insider info. He said that, but the reality is that he just puts copyrighted music in most of his videos, like almost all of them.
Yeah.
And if you got demonetized, videos don't get recommended, so your channel would not blow up.
Yeah, it takes
So
you out of that.
He
Oh.
doesn't like. He'll probably have some demonetized 100%.
Getting
Yeah.
demonetized also means getting less views.
But if he's getting you get like no views, and he would not be as big as he is.
Okay. So he manipulated.
Yeah,
me.
he's a little bit of a capper. Oh, David Dobrik manipulating. Name a better duo.
Ooh,
Oh.
cult leader.
About David Dobrik, and it's
Whoa.
the thumbnail of the video.
Okay.
Title,
Oh,
thumbnail of
this
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 video.
video.
Ludwig talks about David Dobrik.
And then
David
it's
Dobrik.
and then it's a fleshlight.
Yeah, no, it's a vacuum pump to get
the
the cum out of your
the
pussy.
David Dobrik bussy. Do you think we could get him?
Yeah, this is a sick idea.
Come on, you gotta. Do you think you have enough clout to DM him?
What is? I'm sorry. got distracted. We have this new thing now where we have a whiteboard.
I brought a
where we put
whiteboard to
ideas,
class.
and I just read through them for the first
Weird thing
time.
to bring to class.
And this says Sykkuno diaper play. But we'll get into that right after our sponsor of this week, Coinbase. Back at it again. Coinbase, a loyal sponsor of the pod. Coinbase.com/the yard. You get $10 in Bitcoin if you sign up right now. You have to go to coinbase.com/the yard. It's it's a place to trade crypto. It's you get your crypto coin.
Yeah, get the app, use the code, which we took it. Hey, it took a long time to get that code.
Don't be like me. Don't know the code exists and then make a Coinbase account and forget to use it.
Yeah,
that's what I did.
He did,
IRL.
and he does not have 10 Bitcoin. $10 in Bitcoin.
It's not.
Well,
you gotta
wait,
stop
you
saying
don't
10
have
Bitcoin.
that was the deal?
You gotta stop saying 10 Bitcoin.
Who knows? You got to sign up to find
It's a
out.
coin flip, really.
Yeah, it's a Coinbase.
Coinbase
flip.
is a loaded.
Thanks for sponsoring the pod, Coinbase.
Shouts out. So yeah, you wanna talk about this?
Sykkuno diaper play. What's
Oh
up,
my
man?
god. I can't believe this is on the whiteboard.
So here we go.
Do I want to talk about this?
Yeah. So here's I was thinking
Let
about
me
it a lot.
preface this real quick by saying the way you talk about the people that I have to hang out with and enjoy hanging out with online only hurts and fractures those relationships.
No, and here
Continue.
I am.
If you or a loved one has been diagnosed with Sykkuno diaper play, you may be entitled to compensation.
Let me do my best to not fracture those relationships by explaining my perspective. I was thinking about it, and you play video games a lot with like the brand safe, family friendly influencer crew, right?
Mhm.
And to those people that come to mind immediately are people like Valkyrie and Sykkuno specifically.
Mhm.
They are meant to be your G-rated almost, like everything's good, and therefore the biggest bag is available to get. Now, something I've always felt was kind of weird was that their audience feels like it's primarily teenagers, maybe even like pre-adolescent like kids that watch them a lot.
Mhm.
And I was thinking if Sykkuno is okay with that being his audience, to me that's weird.
Why?
I was in the kitchen defending Sykkuno, by the
And
way.
because here's the thing, because if the Yard, if you've heard of it, it's a little bit of a P-cast.
Uh-huh.
If the Yard
PC, if you will.
was only like 15-year-olds, literally, I know it's impossible, but like
Right.
literally only 15-year-olds listen to this show, I would not do it, right? That would make me uncomfortable because that's not my audience. I don't want to be someone that just like makes kid content.
Look, I don't
I'm
want
not
to.
fucking
Wait,
I don't
Ludwig,
want to. I don't want to
please.
jump in his corner. You know,
Gentlemen, please.
And
normally.
Ludwig's got something to say.
Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, but
Very different.
wait, is
so-
that the case?
Hey,
So he's Mr. Rogers.
let's go.
So that's a little different, right? That's literally a
Damn.
kid's show.
Sure.
Okay, so you're confirming that that's what they're
But
doing.
it's also can be enjoyed by adults.
But it's not.
What do you mean?
Like Mr.
Bob Ross.
People don't. No, that's way different.
No.
That's a skill.
Also,
Wait, hold on.
Thank
We're-
you.
wait.
We're
He's
getting
right.
into
He's
dodgy
right about
territory.
That part. He's right about that part.
I think
Right.
Mr. Rogers was a good example.
No, Mr. Rogers is great, but
Mr. Rogers, Bob Ross, Bill
It-
Nye.
Bob
is
Ross
it?
is not a.
Bill Nye's a bad example.
My question is: are you
Education.
saying that these two particular, in this type of creator, is meant to be targeting these audiences and is fully aware of that? Because Mr. Rogers is very clearly a kids show for kids to teach them about sharing and shit.
I think that they like streaming. They like playing games with their friends. They
Mhm.
like that they make a shit ton of money doing it.
Mhm.
And they compartmentalize that their audience is so young and don't really think about it.
I also think it's so tired to blame a creator for the age of the audience. It's like the day one roast. People did it for me for so long. I don't deal with it as much
people
as
call
anymore.
you like the Disney guy on LSF,
Yeah.
which is really funny.
all the
That
fucking
just means
time,
they don't
and
watch
they
you.
just roast you. It's like they're watching. Like if you have a large amount of viewers, the first roast people jump to is, and they are all kids. Kids watch you. XQC receives it. Miskiff receives it. You know, Aiden Ross. Remember, like there was a
Okay,
clip of an
sure.
Aiden Ross viewer who was young.
And he was
like
saying on
he was
gang.
like this 13-year-old, and he's like, oh yeah, I watch Aiden Ross. Super cool kid. He was like actually like really chill on the stream, and
Yeah, cool kid.
Yeah, how cool was he, bro?
he was so tight.
fucking 13.
He's a cool kid.
His
He's
name was
chill.
Billy. He was going to the mall. His hat was
He
on
was smoking a
backwards.
cigarette. It was
fucking
awesome.
His hat was
sick, bro.
backwards.
Did
He did smoke a doobie.
Ripped
One
a kickflip,
drag.
Took a sip of his Pepsi Max.
So I feel like that's just the day one roast that everybody applies. I
But
think
I think that it's
they
like-
are the main demo, to be clear.
Yeah, but and they offer up this sense of content, and specifically Sykkuno, where it's like he's very like small bean, and it's like how
I don't think you watch Sykkuno.
maybe I don't, and
No, like I'm saying
okay,
you don't.
I don't. So am I completely wrong?
Yes.
So he's not small bean
No.
He's-
because every time I've
that's
seen
the
a clip
vibe I
or
get.
something, he's small,
He's a very
bean.
small bean.
and I'm like, you're 30, and it's weird. It's weird to me. Tell me why I'm wrong.
It's weird to laugh and do this when you're 30.
That's all I'm saying.
I think he's just insecure, and you guys, you
Don't
just
say you guys.
Well, you too.
I'm
You,
just saying-
you
I'm just saying
specifically
this is-
are the most weird parasocial viewer of all night people. Cop on the pod. Say, I think X is depressed. I think B is absolutely a dipshit.
Hold on. I'm
This
not
is
in
in the
I'm not
library.
in the corner on all
You
this
are
stuff.
on his corner for this. So
No,
you're
I'm not.
lumped.
Welcome.
You're lumped.
No,
You're
hold
lumped.
on.
Yeah.
I'm Nick right now. I'm
Understand?
Nick
You're
right now
lumped.
where I agreed
Nope.
with like
Nick is-
one thing he
he's
said,
independent?
and
I
now
didn't say anything extra. He said it for me.
you're
What the fuck?
You oftentimes, I feel like, go too deep in your conspiracy theory
That's
about
right.
influencers.
That's right.
And these are
exactly, and
humans,
that's why I'm
and
distancing
these are
myself.
humans
That's
who
why
I
I'm
interact
distancing
with.
myself.
And it makes it weird
And
when they're humans I
my
interact with.
question is,
Do it about
tell me I'm wrong.
Justin Timberlake.
Tell me I'm wrong
He
and
did-
why.
he did
Because
do
that's
that.
all it takes.
I've done this.
No.
Yes,
Not
I
about this
literally
thing.
did.
Not about the diaper play.
I did 4 seconds ago.
we haven't
To be clear,
explained that
you
yet.
haven't even explained the diaper play yet.
It's basically like
Dude.
it's basically like the online version of diaper play
What?
to me.
What
You know what
is?
diaper play
This
is?
doesn't make it any more clear.
No. I
Yeah.
don't.
It's just like
Just tell them what it is. Tell
you
them
know
how.
what diaper play is?
I don't know diaper
Tell them
play.
how it be.
It's when you like it's like when you dress up like a nurse with your significant other to like cosplay, but it's all based on like being a baby and wearing a diaper and
Okay.
pooping in it.
Right.
And it's like this infantilized
It's like a sexual kink.
sexuality. Yeah. It's
Right.
like Melanie Martinez. It's like
That does nothing for me.
she's like a lot of her iconography was like being a weird like sexual baby.
Okay.
And that's
What?
yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know what to
who
tell
this
you.
is.
that sounds bad.
And yeah, and I always thought that was weird, and I get the same vibes from the idea
And
that
you think that's the same?
I think it's the same because of
You
the
think jerking off to diapers and babies is equivalent
This
to
is
not
no,
swearing
he's-
on a stream?
he's-
No, let me
this is-
clarify. I'm
this
trying
is-
to clarify, and I'm not being allowed to clarify
Yes.
in this great debate court.
You know what? Here's your space.
I love
Take
this.
your time.
I would love for you to
Spit-
send
spit
this
your
segment
shit.
5
And,
more minutes.
and it feels like the amount of I guess like fandom around Sykkuno in a very like infantile but like romanticized way from adolescence is weird. And maybe it's like, well, how are you supposed to stop that? And it's like, say you don't like it. Say that I don't like that. Don't do that. But I feel like people are afraid to do that because it fucks with the bagarino.
I think that you, in everything you stand for, in everything you make, just immediately shuts off a huge part of not just age group of people, but also women. Pretty much everything you create is usually directed towards men
Okay.
and male humor.
Sure.
And I think his is much more appealing to women, and it's not just an age thing. I think this is like there are like teen girls, but also like 20-year-old girls, college girls who like Sykkuno more. And I think they might just prefer like, someone who doesn't talk about dick, ball, fucking sucking.
No, that's
so-
fine.
I think that makes a lot of sense. I think to be fair, they're probably a lot more quiet
Dick
about
ball.
Hold on.
it, right?
Say dick and ball
Like
less.
these 20 something year olds that enjoy, let's say, Sykkuno, they're not as loud on Twitter because they're like adults now and they don't need to feel that sense of like identity with the thing they like, right?
Yeah,
So that makes sense.
I think they're pretty loud.
I think
Are
they're
they
allowed
loud
to.
too?
I think the
I
guy,
just
I
don't
think they're
see it.
loud as
I'm
fuck.
just trying to
They
put the
live
pieces
tweet every
together.
stream he does.
I want the stats.
I'm trying to put
I
the
want
pieces
the
together.
demo stats.
I
don't think the
I
stats
think that's a
matter.
really good
Sykkuno
point.
owes me that.
I think you just should watch his stream. You are making a
I
theory
should.
about a man whose stream you've never watched,
That's right.
which is the
hold
psychopathic
on, do you-
part.
That's right.
This is
And
like,
I shouldn't
don't-
do
I
that.
don't know
this
how
is
to.
like when he made that broad, sweeping generalization about how I date people and how I feel nothing, and I'm
Yeah.
like, you didn't meet anybody I
This
dated.
is the
for-
closest I've come to killing myself
No,
talking to you.
Gee.
Wait, no, but I think you're right. I'm literally trying to. I'm
That
trying
was-
to have a discussion.
That was harsh. That was,
Yeah, that's how I feel. But all right, Sykkuno diaper play. Good
no,
one
well,
for the checklist.
No, I think that I think that
I'll ask him. We'll revisit it next week. I'll ask him how he feels about nurses.
I think that you're right, and like the idea that like the content I make is generally geared toward literally like me, right?
Yes.
Like it's only me, and
Yeah.
I think women being included is something that I haven't really ever like had to think about, right? Because
Yeah.
it's like why? Well, why should I? Which is kind of selfish.
I think you exclude everything that you don't like, which is what a 32-year-old man likes.
Sure.
And so it's like if you are not that, if you are younger, or if you are a woman, or if you are even older, it's all excluded.
Yeah. And I think about that a lot too, where I'm like, oh man, am I gonna just constantly age and only be seeking like this secret, like insanely targeted demographic that I care about, and I think about that a lot.
I think I would agree with everything you said if he was going live to fucking take off his shirt and flex
no,
or
yeah,
something.
yeah.
But I think because he's just playing games and like, kind of awkward, I think he'd be doing that if his audience was adults.
Does it also it begs the question, does getting older require someone to like act differently? I think that's what a lot of creators are going to run into,
No.
right? I get that a lot. Bro, you're 30. Why are you malding on the internet with people? It's like, it's because I love it.
That's the Keemstar roast.
You know what I mean? So
My
but
son's 30 and he malts.
everyone's going
He
to
is
get
old,
older.
30.
You're going to be older one day. You're going to be 30. And that's like this bar
Not me.
where you're like, oh, you're going to die?
Yeah, yes sir.
That's this
27,
bar.
baby.
27 club.
Woo! Why are you shaking my hand like you did it?
I got 3 years left.
there you go.
That's this bar where you end up like, oh, 30, now you're not allowed to be something, right? And everyone's going to start running into that because a lot of these guys aren't
I
going to
think
quit.
there'll just always be new people that find new, like, there are people who say 30 and then people like 35 and then 40. Yeah, when the older you get. But old people are also not funny, so I guess at some point there's a switch.
You think so?
Yeah, what happened to Dane Cook, man?
What about me? Still funny.
Yeah, you're like the Dane Cook of the yard.
But in his prime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's a compliment.
And his,
Right. Right,
Dane
man.
Cook.
and his Amazon Prime.
That didn't make
Yeah,
any
I
sense.
I just knew he'd
hate
dap me.
Put out
you-
the hand.
I hate
I
that
just knew
you
he'd dap
still
me.
If he puts out the
You
hand,
need to learn to deny.
you are literally.
Show a little discipline.
Yeah, this guy
That's
likes
how
that.
it works. Also, he denied me a handshake earlier.
Did he?
So I'm just catching L's.
Oh.
Well, no, I denied receiving one.
That's right.
That's different. I didn't think I deserved it.
Speaking of scalies,
Whoa.
Oh, were we?
Do you guys know what scalies are?
I have no idea.
It's people like
That's
lizards,
like
right? It's
lizards.
furries
I
with
assumed
scales.
it was
like
like-
jerking off to
I
lizards.
assumed it was like reptiles or something. But
It's people who are furries, but for dragons.
oh, it's
Dragons
sick.
specifically or all
Dragons.
lizards?
Dragons.
Has to be dragons.
Dude, I'm a scaly.
Well,
that sounds sick.
like furries. I mean, there's different subsects, but like a furry's generally a wolf. You're not like a furry. You're
I don't
like
think that's true.
it's yeah. I think it's like the
No.
main
That's right.
I-
That's
I-
me.
or
think-
dog. That's
I-
the main. That's
I
the
think
main.
if you are into tigers, you are equally a furry, and there's a lot of tiger likers.
There's tiger likers, but I'm saying the main demo for a furry is a wolf or a dog.
Yeah, of course, you are equally a furry, but you could definitely break down the stats
Sure.
of what the most common animal is.
if
It's
you're-
probably in that
It's a
realm.
melting pot, but the majority of people are Christian.
I was gonna say, white or Christian.
Yeah.
Hey, if you're a furry, sound off in the comments. And genuinely, what is the breakdown? Because I would love to know of like
Yeah,
animal.
we also have no idea.
animal
so it's good. It'd be
groups.
good to know.
Because it's furries and Smash players are
What?
very interconnected.
Yeah, we did that test. We did that test at the G4 event because Soda Poppin's obsessed with furries and VR porn and jerking off.
Wait, hold on. Are those three related?
Yeah, how can
Are
you
they-
kind of?
Or are they
He's
three
just a
obsessions?
sexual being.
Yeah, but is he like into furries, or is he in love with the idea of them as a joke?
I think like all things, it started ironic, and then like he actually like, for example, ironically, he was interested in like VR porn, like and whatever.
Right.
And then he actually just jerked off with a bunch of his friends.
And then
in
he was
VR,
like,
in,
damn,
like,
they're
a sex
3D.
room. Yeah,
Wait, he actually did this.
yeah, he goes to like strip clubs in VR often.
Then he beats his meat.
Yeah.
Does he
No
have
way.
mic? Does he have open mic? Can you hear your friends
I-
like grunting?
Assume, yeah, I think so.
Dude, that's nuts.
Dude,
Yeah.
strip club in VR with proximity
Mhm.
chat?
Mm-hmm.
That's
If
crazy.
a guy's in the
Now,
corner, you're like, you
that's-
don't go. To
That's
that guy.
actually the American dream.
I don't know. I
This
don't
is
think
why
it is.
That's why the soldiers fought.
Some
Every
guy
time
in World War
Aiden
II.
like walks up, he's like, that was nice. But I don't think I'm gonna play the game tomorrow, so I probably won't see you again.
Dude, I can imagine a World War II soldier just ready to like cave in some German guy's head with a rifle. It's like, this one's for digital titties.
Yeah, Memorial Day hits and fucking Soda Pop and hops on VR. But yeah, he does that. I think he ironically was
party with that guy.
interested in furries, and then I think he's like more unironically now interested in furries.
Dude, this scaly
That's
thing,
the-
I'm
that's
gonna
the
look
pipeline.
into this. This sounds hype.
So the reason I brought this up was because after our conversation last week, I was reminded of the just the insanity that was Genesis 3 in 2016. This is at the San Jose Convention Center. Genesis 3,
The Smash
probably
tournament.
the most infamous, probably the incorrect word, tournament that there is. And it'd been years since Genesis 2, which was like this fabled tournament. So everybody was going to Genesis 3. And the same weekend in the San Jose Convention Center was a furry convention.
Yep.
Apparently the largest furry convention in the United States. And then also in the ballroom between these two events, a high school girls club volleyball tournament.
Yeah.
And
it was a packed building.
It created probably the most
There's so many
insane
smasher jokes on
combination.
hindsight for that combo.
Dude,
Yeah.
there's a CIA agent in a fucking tower 2 miles away with a sniper rifle. Like, these motherfuckers are gonna do
They're
something.
ready to detonate the foundation beneath.
That's the craziest Hitman mission.
47. You can choose one of 3 disguises.
47 in the high school volleyball players.
Dude, I was standing.
Hello, my name's Caroline.
I was standing in the subway line that weekend, and I was just looking around, and I was like, this is fucking crazy, because it's like, group of furries, gamer nerdy group, volleyball mom, and it felt really comforting in a way to like not to be near these like normal families and like not be the weird person they were looking at. Because,
Yeah.
because there would be I'm in a nerd subculture, but like one of the few that's like in the
Yeah,
There's like,
tier below.
there's like a 6'7" dog standing there next to you playing the game, and the mom's like, "So they do this for money?"
Can you believe it? Elmo's the dog.
It's like,
What a fucking
get
weirdo.
a job.
Dude, you want to know how this all comes full circle? I played in P+ this weekend at
The
mainstage.
furry of Melee.
It's the furry of Melee, and it's a mod of Brawl made to play a lot faster and differently, and it had a huge following, but now it got like put in the corner by Nintendo, so it's kind of like this weird underground scene. Still sick game. I really like to play.
PC Chris returned after 3 years.
Cheated, and what did he do? He told a bunch of people he's going to start streaming, scammed them out of giving him money for a computer to stream, and then disappeared.
Chillin raised the money for him.
That was hype.
Chillin streamed, was like, let's get PC Chris a streaming PC.
That was classic. I love a rug pull on the smallest scale, and that's what it was.
Rug pull for like a couple K.
Yeah.
Let's go, baby.
And so, so I entered PM, and I'm just going to call it PM. P+ is the new name. And I'm playing, and I haven't played in a long time, but I played Ganon, and I enter, and these are people who have played this game a lot. They know there's like a shitload of matchups. Play against a Lucario player, literally wearing a Raichu outfit with a tail.
Wait, what is a Raichu outfit?
Like a Raichu, like, onesie.
So it's like orange.
So it's like slimming. He's not like thick, right? But it's just like an orange.
It's
back.
not like a mascot costume. It's like as if it's like something you would like order on
It's a
stream.
onesie.
Right.
It's a onesie.
You know,
And
but
it's very clearly Raichu, not Pikachu.
yes, because it was a lot of brown.
Yeah, I see.
And there was the tail.
Mm.
And I was like, okay. And then I get diced up by Lucario. And then I'm like, there we go. And it's on stream, actually, because it was the first round on stream. And yeah. And then the next round, I play someone named Quandiferous, which is he's actually friends with Mike. And Mike plays a lot of PM. And the guy, he plays Luigi. And he was winning. And he starts like fucking spot dodging like 9 times in a row. He's playing very disrespectful. I'm getting mad. I'm like, this is
bad.
This checks out.
I don't deserve this.
That's what Sam thinks.
I'm just trying to play a normal game, and I'm being treated like I am a joke. In the game.
He spot touches 3 times.
It wasn't
joke.
3.
He
It
thinks
wasn't
I'm a
3.
meaningless human.
It was literally 9 in a row. And he was only up 1 stock. I was like, why, dude? Like, this is so much hubris. Anyway, I tell Mike about it. I'm like, do you know this guy? He's like, yeah. I'm like, FOS for life. I hate him.
Fade on sight.
Like, we're not cool ever.
Mhm.
And then Mike's like, I hate to tell you this, but he's really funny. And instantly, all my anger melted away.
Quandiferous?
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
a Tyler song.
I've learned this about slime, not recently, just in general, that humor is everything.
Mhm.
It is. I was actually talking about this recently with a fan at mainstage was like, should I go up to him and like try to make him laugh because I want him to like do this thing? And I said, do not do that. I said,
You
I
told
said
him to
actually,
leave me alone.
I said actually just leave him alone.
Yeah, which I appreciate.
Because that's actually what he wants, even though you don't get what you want out of that exchange. That's what he wants. And I was like, so like people have like this sort of spectrum of like what they sort of desire and people they keep close or like want to talk to. And everyone, it's like, oh, 10% of it is like they're passionate about stuff, and like 20% is this. Slimes is 95% you are funny.
Slime's hierarchy of needs.
It's
it's
not if
fucked
you are
up.
funny, it's just
you
everything.
are funny. Do not do crime.
Yeah, no, it's pussy NyQuil being funny.
Shit, bro.
That's it.
That's chill.
What?
That's a Saturday night.
No, no.
Do I
Not a Saturday
have
night.
a pussy?
Yes,
Is it
sir.
how much NyQuil I
No,
drink?
it's just my needs of a human.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
see.
Yeah.
I get that.
I
now.
thought it was
Not my
I
like
thought it was your-
desires
yeah.
in
I thought
somebody
this was
else.
your judgment of character.
No,
I
no,
was
no.
like, okay.
It's literally like food, shelter, self-actualization.
Mhm.
But yeah, humor's at the bottom. It's the base.
Yeah,
The
I
sturdy,
lear-
sturdy base.
I learned this because like there'd be people who like he would like really dislike for reasons that I felt were small, and then they'd like say something funny online, and they'd be like, "I like that guy."
Yeah.
This happened with Prezzo.
Yeah.
This exact thing
Oh,
happened
yeah.
with Prezzo.
Yeah, he was like, I hate Prezzo.
He was like, "I hate that
'Cause
guy,"
I thought he was being genuinely mean to you,
Mhm.
and I didn't like that. But then I found out he was
which is
just,
admirable
he was just
because you're
funny.
going to bat for your friend.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's so funny because it just changes everything.
Speaking of
The-
furry, that's why looping back to furry. That's why Sonic Fox is the greatest gamer to ever exist.
Yeah, he's one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's so sick. If you
He's-
don't know,
He's
he's
so
like
cool.
he's just what is he the best in the world at?
Like all
Like,
fighting
Like
a
games.
every
bunch of
fighting
them.
game.
He's won like 5 Evos.
Injustice, Killer Instinct,
MK. It's funny because
MK.
Sonic Fox will pick up a game that a scene, for instance, like Mortal Kombat has been playing for years and years,
yeah.
and then come in, clean up, and then like just go to a different
While
game.
wearing his fursona.
That's right.
Yeah.
And he'll just dust you in his fursona. And you can put your life into something, and then he'll pick it up, beat you with his fursona on.
Yeah, I think Sonic Fox's Twitter bio for a long time was like a black queer furry who will mix your shit in fighting games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I think
And he
Sonic
will.
is probably still
Yeah.
there.
That's
And he
swag.
literally will.
as advertised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've played one game with Sonic Fox before,
Oh, yeah?
and it was Mario Party 4.
Oh, I bet you win that one.
Hey, he got his shit mixed,
I bet you win that one.
and I will never forget it
And then
because
he
I'm
said-
1-0.
And he said, who's black and queer now?
That would be the most insane stolen valor, maybe of
That's
all
stolen
time.
valor. Yeah. Obama shows up on your doorstep.
That would be the most batshit thing to say.
Immediately
in that
change your
moment.
Twitter description.
I found out that is a federal crime. Obama in 2013 made it a federal crime to gain things for pretending to be in the military, even if it's an Applebee's discount.
Hey, I'm down for that.
So yeah, you can go to
Hey,
prison.
can I play Guitar
Sorry.
Hero in your Chuck E.
Was
Cheese?
this
I am a
on the
veteran.
yard? Was this on the yard? Somebody was like, I forget who, but we were talking about doing an IRL stream. It was like me and Sykkuno dressed up to try to
Yeah,
steal
that
valor.
was last week.
That was last
yeah. Yeah, the stolen valor. People
I-
like that bit.
I
still
rethought
wanna
of
try
the
that.
bit of Connor fucking all the pocket pussies,
Uh,
and I literally started laughing in my
Just
seat.
again, him sweaty with a hard hat, butt ass.
Yeah, and
naked.
he's like blue collar. He's like
Yeah,
hard day's work,
Yeah,
but I
it's-
love it.
there's soot all over.
He's
his
got
cheeks.
soot for some
Yeah.
reason. Like,
Yeah,
like
he's
charcoal.
Can you imagine him like looking up like 1,000-yard stare? Like I gotta get back.
He gets
in there.
home to his wife. He's like, I can't do it anymore, honey. Boss is dogging me. I don't make enough for this.
Job's ruining my life.
Benefits are terrible.
Not all of them pass quality control.
I'm chafing so bad.
Dude, your dick would be calloused like a fucking like your heel.
Like
He
you're a
wouldn't
rock
feel
climber.
anything. He wouldn't feel anything.
Yeah, he wouldn't.
You have to
be
chalk
terrible.
it up.
People think it's a good job, and it'd actually be miserable.
Your QA by the end of a couple months would be terrible. Like you would not be able to tell.
Are you
if it was
supposed
good
to
anymore.
come to QA a fleshlight?
no.
Well,
but
but
you do
if
have
you
to be
do,
hard,
Hey, the sanitation team needs to QA too.
dude. You
so
have to just
a
be
QC.
stringing like back-to-back Viagra's if you want to get through an 8-hour shift.
I at that point I think automation saves us, right?
Yeah.
We just create a robot that can come
You create a robot.
and
That
then
and feels.
and feels, and it's like, what'd you think of
Has
that one,
emotion.
robot? And he's like, it was okay.
I wish there was a mouth on the other end to talk to.
I want to see.
Do you think it will love me?
It's the portal voice.
That's like it's like not far off from what was happening.
Dude,
in
it's
Ex
portal,
Machina.
but they're all pocket pussies. All the
Who's
portals.
that? All the
All
portals?
the
Yeah.
portals.
Oh, you
Okay.
go through
Or
pocket
it's a
pussies.
pocket pussy. No, it's a portal gun. That's a pocket pussy, and it shoots pussies into the wall.
The voice is Amouranth.
And it's no words. It's just the suck sounds. It's just tongue.
Just every movie replaced. Limitless, but you have to fuck a pocket pussy to be a genius.
You f-
Yeah, in the comments, insert a pocket pussy into a movie somehow.
This is like a tweet Hungrybox would put out.
Funniest one gets shown the next
What movie would
episode.
you add pocket pussy to make it hilarious?
He posted on r/pocketpussy Twitter. You guys, if you don't know, if nobody's familiar, what?
No, I'm down. It's funny.
It happened.
Fine, it
So
did happen.
yeah, Hungrybox once, who's a top melee player.
That's her story.
He once. This is her story. He once tweeted on the subreddit
Posted on
r/Black
it.
People Twitter. He
Yeah.
he posted
Mhm.
an image which was it his own tweet?
It was his
Yeah,
own tweet.
It was Hungrybox's own tweet, which had something to do with like Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
And he posted it on r/Black People Twitter, which I
Like,
believe
he's like, fellas.
which was a subreddit.
I'm at the cookout.
And everyone was like, it got found really quickly that HBox did it, and they were like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
The weird part was like he didn't do it on like an alt account or like a
Zip
throw.
By the
Shut
way, he's
Is it
not
shut?
black.
It's
That's
his.
a big component
It's
to
his
this.
own tweet.
Yeah.
It says when you let go the gas pump and it hit exactly $30 on the first try, and then it's Goku reacting saying, "So this is the power of Ultra Instinct."
This is so funny because
Dude,
why?
he kept his own tweet header in
Dude,
it.
insane. I to this day I look at this and I'm like, what was going through your head?
Hey, growth probably.
Is there like a funny tweets Twitter? Like, can you post it there?
I don't know,
I just
right?
feel like it wasn't related to the community. Maybe.
No, it wasn't. But
Yeah.
this is like, you know how I did the video, like YouTube is skill, not luck. Part of it was me donating $50 to Miskiff to post the video about him. People, apparently Miskiff told me, have donated $2,000 to him. Yeah, I know.
Wow.
Oh
Any
my-
bag
I know.
catchers?
They donated $2,000 to him with just like the most random videos.
Why him? It's so funny. You see it in the logo video, you're like, I must do Miskiff. That's the
A
streamer
couple
that I need
people
to do
did it to me, and it's like the videos would be like, "This is a 10-minute dissertation on why the Baroque period was the greatest," and I was like, "I appreciate this video, but this is not what I want
No,
to
that's hype.
watch on stream."
That's passion.
It is passion,
You're
but
just-
it's like
you're just
this.
not cultured.
There's a very specific community I was targeting by donating to Mizkiff, and they're like, "Oh, you just donate to Miz," and then the video pops off.
It is funny. Me and Aiden were talking today about like it's still in the smasher mindset / grind set to like I just got to put in hours, bro. I'll just play Melee for 9 hours straight on stream,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and that's how I grow my stream. And it's like,
Yeah.
that's not.
I don't know
And
how to stream.
that was my question. That's actually what I wrote down. Is like, for instance, let's say Hugs, because it's the way I feel about Hugs' stream. Hugs has demonstrated to me that I don't want to watch his stream, right? Like he makes stuff, and then I was like, it's always gonna be the same thing, and I've decided I don't like it,
Mhm.
right? And I say this because he's Smash and Smash adjacent, so he kind of was the first for me to experience this, and so I'm like, I'm never gonna like be interested in that stream, and I'm wondering, can people blow it? Like people who've been like streaming for 4 years to 20 viewers, like are they done? Because in so many people's minds that they've already encountered, the first impression was,
No,
I don't want to watch this person.
I
'Cause,
think
like,
I think everyone is like could just get blown up by some random thing.
Yeah,
and-
if a video Hugs, like, okay, let's just say a Mr. Beast video got posted on Hugs' channel, he would immediately blow up. You know what I mean?
Okay,
So it's like it doesn't matter.
it doesn't.
No.
Even if people
Yeah.
were aware of you
I
and don't
think-
care about
I
you.
think it's because if you blow that first impression, you're only accessing like a small portion of some community. So maybe you ruined it with them, but there's always another pool of people that you have the potential to like set a new first impression.
you
and,
may
like,
have
style
well have
with.
streamed the first time ever to those people.
Also,
Yeah.
sometimes like
Right,
someone
okay.
like might have watched a yard and been like, "This isn't for me. It's too much of a boys' club." Yada yada. Seen a clip, had a friend recommend it, and then they're like, "Oh, I actually fuck with the yard." And I'm sure a bunch of people in the comments are like, "Oh yeah, that's me. What's up, man?" So it's
Interesting.
like you'll just give things second chances sometimes.
I actually am curious
Sure.
because there are some comments on like we're on episode like what this is
20.
right? So
barely legal.
congratulations, 20th episode.
Woo!
Anyway,
I love that.
for
joke.
those commenting on like the last video, they're like, I'm watching the podcast for the first time. This is great. I'm wondering like how you decide to watch it like 19 episodes in, you know?
Yeah, well, I think it's because it's not titled in a way where it's like, "Oh, you gotta watch the first 20." It's number 20 now. It's in the thumbnail, but it's like a pretty small
No,
part of it.
I'm more just saying like what changed between like
Oh,
15
I see what you mean.
and yeah.
Oh well,
Yeah,
they,
right.
Hey, good
they didn't
title,
know
good
about it.
thumbo.
Yeah.
They didn't know about
Or
it.
good title, good thumbo.
Yeah, potentially.
I guess that's the.
That's what it comes down to.
There's been a ton of projects that I think for a good example of this is Cold Ones, where it's like something that I knew about for a long time. I was watching Max Mofo like Pokemon videos like years and years.
Mhm.
So like I knew who he was.
Dude, Max is such a dog. I'm sorry. I'll go to that later.
And like I knew anything for views because he was like in tons of shit
Uh-huh.
online. But I'd never ever watched their show. And then one of the thumbnails hit for me, and I was like, "Oh, what's this?" And I clicked on it, and now I like their show.
Okay.
So they just had to like, nothing was getting me,
Yeah.
even though I knew who they were and knew I already liked them.
Were
I
getting
just like,
hooked.
I wasn't a type of person who clicks and watches a show
Sure.
on YouTube. And then now that I know that I like their thing, when I see a new one, I'm like, oh yeah, sure, I'll watch it. Yeah, so I think people just like don't know about us, and then they find out about us, and then
You know
like,
what gets me big? What loops me in is
what gets you big?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Gets
What
you
gets you
so
big and
big.
strong for me?
Wow.
Talk to me.
I didn't
How
think
big?
I didn't think
How
about
big
the
is it?
way that I said
How big
that.
were you?
Get me as big as you can right now.
You know what hooks me in
Yeah.
and gets me big
Yeah.
is friend recommendations. Like if someone says
Stop the cap.
this is really good, no,
Stop the
not
cap.
randomly sent things.
True. I sent so many videos that you haven't watched.
My fellow
That's not
Americans.
true. I watch all your shit.
I sent
You
one
watch
time
all
you
his
didn't watch.
shit?
Yeah,
I sent
watch all my
one.
shit?
No, I sent one time that you didn't watch, and now I will never send you a video again.
that's okay.
That was what happened.
That's all right. You will send me stuff,
No.
and you have.
Never.
Friend recommendations are also huge.
Yeah, it's what's fun. Well, not even just friends. If someone I like trust their opinion. One time, Lucky tweeted about Final Fantasy 15. And I had never played it. And he's like, "This is a great Final Fantasy game. I love it." And I played those games all the time. And I played it because of that tweet. And I liked it.
Was it good?
So it was
I
okay.
watched Squid Game because of Shroud.
Same thing. Well, yeah, that will go a long way.
Otherwise, you probably wouldn't.
I
heard
wouldn't
about
have heard of it.
Yeah.
When you've gone around to
Why is
that.
everyone talking about squids?
Speaking of, okay, holidays are coming. Two big things from the holidays, and I brought this up because the Max Mofo is the YouTube AdSense. Because Max Mofo, if you guys don't know, YouTube ad gets way more dollar per view in December. And I remember Max.
Oh,
like,
it's going up.
oh, it goes
Mhm.
way up,
In December, you get about double.
Whoa.
or triple.
Yeah,
Whoa.
It goes nuts.
depends.
So Max uploaded like 8 videos in December. I would watch every one of the Pokemon unboxing. I was really into Pokemon. January 1st hits Ghost Town.
Yep.
For like 3 months.
Says I'm gone,
and I
bro.
was like, bro, come back. I was watching
That's
that.
so funny.
The
Yeah.
Bag Getters
He
Incorporated.
just
dude.
knows what's up. And he's
Also-
making Pokemon card content. I feel like that's juicy
is
for
juicy.
advertisers.
Something new.
What's that?
This year, for the first time, I'm getting the Mariah bump.
Are you?
Is
really?
that when? Is that
Oh.
when?
That's really sick.
Mhm.
Hold on, I don't. So I'm just guessing what this is. 'Cause
Yes.
I don't already. Is
Please.
this when Mariah Carey's Christmas songs bump your music or what?
No, Mariah Carey, every year, there's a noticeable tick on her views. That's like a phenomenon. You can Google Zip called like the Mariah Carey whatever. And in every holidays, her views just go through the roof.
Yeah.
So like November 1st drop, she had a TikTok ready that was like fully produced thing, and she's like, "It's Christmas, bitches," and it was her song. All I want for Christmas is you. I'm getting the Mariah bump with a very Mongol Christmas.
Right, 'cause he
that's
covered
very
it.
cool.
I'm getting a bit of a bump already. Shake tweeted out. Apparently, he got someone like sending the song to him for some reason. Yeah, this is the Mariah bump.
Wow.
This is an older. It's
I
an
mean,
older
this is
screenshot,
like
but it checks
this
out.
is honestly for all Christmas songs, I would imagine. But for Mariah, it's a very special
Yeah,
time.
the
Mariah,
inventor of
well,
Christmas.
for me and
That's
Mariah,
right.
for me and Mariah,
You and
it's-
Mariah.
yeah,
And to
Yeah.
both of you,
You're
I
the same.
say fuck it up, bitch.
And you guys go way back.
yeah.
Uh,
I'm like the Santa. She is the elf.
No.
Yeah.
No. I think it's like she's like Christ.
Is she
Yeah.
okay?
And
And
you're
then-
like
and you're like Buddy.
Santa.
You're like Buddy. You're like Will Ferrell. He's Buddy the elf.
I'll take that. That's not that bad.
So I normally am someone who like when it's Christmas time, I think about like the gifts like 2 weeks before, and I get them all in, and I think I'm a decent gift giver.
Mm.
But this year, I thought of one of your gifts like a month ago.
Me?
It came instantly to me.
Me.
And I think it'll be one of the best gifts, not that I ever give, but that the person will ever receive based on the things that they like.
no. So you're talking about for Ludwig?
This person is Anthony.
Oh no!
I thought
Dude, I get you the
Slime
best
wins again.
gift.
Slime
I
wins
thought
again.
of Anthony's gift
Oh.
months ago.
W.
And I think it is one of the best gifts you'll ever get.
I will say you guys got me the Ram Ranch shirt last Christmas, and that's one of my most prized shirts ever.
This is gonna hit.
All
So-
right,
so
man.
You guys, no fucking clue. I'm working on it. But Slime is fucking
You
ready.
get him some sort of instructions on how to wash expensive clothes.
This sick thing is happening this year with me and Cutie. She just tells me everything she wants for Christmas,
That's high.
and I just
That
write
is
it down.
high.
It's
Oh.
so
she learned.
sick.
She learned.
Oh.
Because
She learned after you got her the wrong size
I'm
shoes.
just like fucking like weeks before stressing because she always goes so above and beyond for like my bar mitzvahs, and I have to feel
every single one
yeah.
of your bat
Yeah.
mitzvahs.
I get
as
I
a young
turned 13.
Jewish girl.
Now I turned 26, so I get the second one. So I feel like I have to go above and beyond for everything she does, but like I'm not as good at it. So I'm just kind of like throwing shit at the board and like being like, "Do you like it?" And I like keep wanting her to do like a huge reaction, but she's like pretty neutral to gift reactions, like you would imagine Nick would be.
Bro, you are like this.
Dude.
I'm
No.
a great gift receiver. I'll do this. Wow, this is awesome.
Yeah.
That's
that
a great reaction.
Dude, it's your whole family. You bought your sister a car,
Uh-huh.
and she was like, "Thanks."
Yeah.
And you were
It was
like,
insane.
and you were like,
head.
"Yeah." and then you ask both of you about the interaction, and you're like, "Yeah, it was great."
Yeah.
What
You're
the
two-
fuck's
you're-
wrong with you
You're
guys?
two Sims
It-
that
it's
just
like-
hit talk.
It's like a walkthrough in a movie.
Yeah.
We're just gonna do a walkthrough, and it's like, all right, cool.
You guys
Thanks
just
for gifts.
for your Christmases as children, you just like turn all the sounds off, you close all the windows, and you just
we
"Here-
would wake
Here's
up.
my gift.
My mom would go absolutely nuts, just bust down with nothing but the juice, and we'd open it up, be like, "Wow, thanks, mom."
The
Wait,
gifts.
what is
I-
that?
The gifts is what you meant.
Are you saying your mom would like
your
twerk?
your mom busts down with the juice.
So it's
No,
Xmas,
with nothing
eggnog
but the
flying.
juice.
Mama's busting down with the juice.
Sticks
Nothing
in
but
butts.
the juice. we were at,
Everything's
we
getting
were getting
unwrapped.
bagels today. Me, Aiden, and Maya.
Dude, he was.
That
This guy
a
was being a
menace.
menace
That
this
was a
morning.
menace.
Ah, a little
They have
under
this new coffee. It's made with Biscoff, which I love. And so I'm like, ooh, Biscoff coffee? And the guy behind the counter is like, yeah. And I'm like, I'll bust down. And Maya, she's like looking at me so incredulously. She's like, what?
Me and Maya had a moment. We were like,
Aiden, like,
Damn,
popped off.
We're
He
stuck
was
with
like,
this fucking guy.
Yes, it's been like this for weeks.
Dude.
please. I
Damn,
told him. I said to him, I was like, why can't you be normal?
Damn, they got the Delta complimentary coffee going now.
Yes, sir.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Ludwig gets a little airplane treat, and he's like,
He's
I
like,
love those Biscoffs. Delta?
The plane
My
cookies
flyer
hit
miles
different.
coming too?
they're, it's
It's
so,
fucked up. It's only them.
That have the
No
Biscoff?
other airlines have Biscoff cookies.
Probably some deal they stroke.
yeah, they probably did stroke that
Bro,
one.
you're just like choosing words.
No, past tense of stroke.
Don't snort.
No, that's good. That's smart. That's smart to say.
Hey,
Well,
why is the
dude,
first topic blowing?
I was gonna say something. You went to bagels with Maya and Eamon, and you did something.
We went without you.
Dude, it was gonna be the best
Best
bit
that
ever,
shit.
and I
What
lost
was
it.
crazy though? So Maya's visiting, right? And like she doesn't know us that well. She doesn't even. I don't know her that well, but she barely knows you guys.
No,
for
me
sure.
and her are homies.
Day
Hey.
ones.
Ask her.
Road dogs.
Dead homies?
Ask her. Cutie said she really likes me.
Okay, you just gave a first impression that was good.
No, they're homies.
No. I
Okay.
Oh,
continued to give good impressions. That's the
Barring
thing,
Nick,
Ludwig.
Maya's not that familiar with the other people in the house. And we went to get bagels. Me, Maya. I was sorry. Nick just did a really good Fortnite dance while sitting.
I wish you did it for like a minute.
bro, that was in
If
Fortnite.
you're an
That was
audio
fucking
listener,
good.
if you're an audio listener, you
That's
should
pretty
probably watch
good.
a video.
Yeah,
of
all
that.
your listeners, he
Dude,
pin dropped.
how sick would it be if we made in 2021 or 2022? We made a fucking jerking video, like rejecting.
We
like,
should do-
like in middle school. Oh shit, that would
be
bang.
bad. I'm not. I don't bite
totally
to that
sick.
Oh,
I
fuck,
do
you guys
that.
have no idea. Someone out there is like, that'd be sick.
yet. Yeah.
So now
Yeah,
I
yeah,
feel
Maya,
someone-
your homie.
When I
Someone.
make a reference,
Me and Maya are making a fucking. me and we got our backpacks on or fucking.
Now for the Yard Patreon, Maya teaches you how to Dougie.
So Maya's over. Doesn't know everyone that well. Me, Maya, Aiden go get bagels. We come back. Slime just rises out of bed. He had messaged a group chat. Anyone want to get bagels? We left. We didn't reply to him. We didn't see it. We didn't get him anything.
You all made fun of him when you were out together.
We come back. We're eating the bagels. Now again, Maya does not know them that well. Slime comes down. He's like,
oh, dude, I ran
"You got
such
bagels?
a funny bit.
You got bagel man?"
This was good.
And Aiden's like, "Yeah, I got bagel man." And so I was
I
like,
got
"Oh, you
up
Bagel
real
Man?"
close to him.
He
I got
gets
like
up-
this.
He gets up in his
Uh-huh.
face,
Yeah.
right
Okay.
next to him,
Uh huh.
in
Yeah.
a threatening way.
and Eamon kind of freaks out.
Aiden kind of like cowers,
Yeah, he
walks
shrivels
over.
into a ball.
He shrivels into the ball, goes over to get a fork to eat his meal. Slime, while he does this, just eats the egg that's a part of his meal.
No, Eamon's getting a fork to eat like an egg that fell
Yeah.
off his bagel. I slide in front of his meal,
Uh-huh.
and I sit there like it's mine now.
And then you,
and I'm like,
but
this
you
looks good.
Literally
and then
eat it.
he gets a fork out of the drawer,
Yeah.
and I put out my hand, for him to hand it to me.
Maya's
and he
watching.
does.
Maya's watching this horrified. Like what?
She's
the
not
fuck?
horrified. She laughed.
She
She laughed.
like in nervous laughter. Like, oh, is my meal next?
No, she laughed like that was a good bit.
Is the guard coming through? Oh
That-
shit! Did
that
I
was
have
a
to
good
pay
bit.
taxes on my bagel today?
Me and Eamon, we that was a tag team bit,
Yeah.
and that was
You
great.
and Maya are best friends now.
No. If I'm hurt and I see that, I'm like, that guy's cool. 'cause he's funny.
We got to address this now, by the way, before this gets away from us. We did hit 10K in the Patreon, which does mean you need to get a tattoo, Nick. So we need to discuss how we are going to get you equipped with a tattoo. How do people get to choose what you get a tattoo? Do you have any idea?
So, well, I announced this to the Discord already, but to the general population,
To the general pubis.
the way that we're doing this, the general pubis, we have a Discord server, and so if you're in the Patreon, we have a Discord, and in the Discord we have a channel that is for suggestions for my tattoo. This channel has a shit ton of suggestions in it now. They are fucking awful. There is nothing to be redeemed in there.
You're really disappointed, Nick.
Come on.
Guys.
But one of them's going on my body permanently forever.
That's right.
So the way we're gonna do it is we are gonna create a bracket that Aiden will seed.
Mm.
Wait.
That is single
That makes
elimination.
sense.
Why does the man with 0 tattoos see this?
Because
That
he's
makes-
the
I'm
most
the most
experienced.
experienced seeding.
Yeah, he's a TO.
He would know how to seed them the best.
I would know how to seed.
Which is literally just ordering things from best to worst.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is what seeding is.
So we're gonna make a single elimination bracket. It'll be voting based, so you vote and then it goes to the next round. And then when it gets to the very last two for grand finals, it's Marbies.
Ooh, I did that for my tattoo.
That's cool.
Mhm. I'm taking from
Like father, like son.
the bag of Ludwig tricks.
Nick is a swag jacker
this?
of me. He took my
Oh
puff.
my
That's
God.
right.
He took my puff.
That's right.
I did.
he took
I
my
didn't,
tattoo,
I didn't
I-
take your puff. I
Took-
learned from
Took
your
your
puff.
Disney clothes.
He took my rock climbing.
Don't say that one. Make him take that back.
He took my Disney clothes.
Oh my God.
You guys look like you just struck the most important deal of oil in the history of oil.
I want one of
bad.
the tattoos to be you took Ludwig's Disney clothes.
Yeah, you took the Mickey Mouse hoodie.
The reason
You
why
swag jacked Ludwig.
the reason why I wanted Marbies at the end for the for the public, it's like, oh, it's hype. For me, I'm like
Marbies is, by the way, random.
it's my out. If there's one that like is a clear winner in this race, it creates a coin flip. That at least I have a chance.
Right. Okay.
Like let's say there's a clear winner that is like horrible. It gives me a coin
So
flip.
let me recap. It's double. The final two will be Marbies head to head.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's literally just two marbles.
No, it'll be like 50 of each.
so this is
So
a
that you can't tell immediately who's gonna win it.
Right. I was just thinking that. Okay.
this is a voting process for the bracket.
Yeah.
How does the bracket work? Yeah. I guess.
I
mean,
found
that's up to
a
Aaron.
way to do,
I'll figure it
do
out.
this,
I'll figure
but
it out.
Like, can I just like be like, "Yo, boys," on stream and just rig the bracket?
yes.
That's the Ludwig way.
But-
Boys, can you just vote? Nick is dumb pussy,
Hey,
please.
voting will be Patreon only because it's their choice. So
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah,
they
people
only-
get
they only give
involved.
$5
I
to
would
me.
say, based on the content that's been posted so far, there is a very high chance my face ends up.
Zipper,
on
why
your
don't you
body.
go?
Yep.
Why don't you go through? Oh, actually, I don't know if Zipper's.
Can
even
I
doing
ask a question? How do we add things to the bracket? Is that a thing that's determined by
Well,
you?
there's a chat. There's
Oh,
a
yeah.
channel
So-
in the Discord.
So
where you
basically,
post.
I created like a guideline of like things that I will not accept, and then I am essentially going through and picking things that like I am willing to put on my body, and I'm being very loose with it. Like I am things I think are like fucking terrible, but I'm like whatever. It's
Name
not,
something you like that you would have off limits.
like a swastika.
Gosh.
You were gonna
We
say
do
that no matter what
anything?
I said.
Yeah, I was.
Can you
I
do
was, and I'm
anything?
sad you said swastika because now I look like a Nazi.
It's not, but a better example is like if someone was like some people were putting like jokes from episodes that like just happened, and I'm like that won't be funny in like a week.
Pull my pud for life.
I'd rather be pulling my pud.
Pulling my pose.
It would- like, we
Hey,
went
my
to-
dad's older than all of us.
like
combined,
a
so.
lot of people wrote like Luca Brazzi because of the Italy.
Hey, for life.
and
That's
I-
so funny.
and I'm
That's
like-
oh,
I'm
God.
like it's dude, it's
Movie's
just so
timeless.
I'm like
Movie's
it's
timeless.
just so passing, and I'm like it doesn't make sense. Like that kind of stuff gets left out. But if it's like there's ones of like it's like Eamon deep fried smoking weed. I'm
Oh,
like
that's
yeah,
hype.
I don't want that, but like it's in there.
Oh, you
So
like
are
I
these,
included it.
I'm assuming
want
these
it.
are just, by the way, ideas,
You
not
want
the
it.
drawing, and then the drawing will be made from the idea.
I made it a rule in the server that if you're gonna submit an idea, you have to submit a picture. It doesn't mean that the picture has to be the final version. I just need a
Yeah, you
reference
can't just describe
because if we
something.
are gonna make it better, we'll have the artist draw it. But I need a reference.
Can I add some things to this bracket?
You will rig it if you do that.
You have to add like one.
If
thing.
you add something, you will rig it.
I will add it
You have to add it
anonymously.
as an alt. Yeah.
Oh, an alt comes in and just adds a random idea.
Or you could
Well,
slide somebody a
yeah.
Fiverr and then
I'll
they.
slap him a $5.
There's a way to do this, but I don't think someone would leak because Nick's like a fan favorite and you're the heel, and I'm the heel, and Eamon's the heel, and Nick's the heel.
we're a dude with 4 heels.
So it's not gonna work.
Well, either way, I'm pretty hyped for it. Is
My
any
dream-
aspect of it live?
My dream would be if we could just have the artist come up here and do the episode while I'm getting tattooed.
Oh, that'd be hype.
Oh, we could do that.
Yeah,
That'd
we
be
should just do that.
crazy.
I know a few artists. I think I can make it
We
happen.
could
I would love
also
that.
we could also just better do it at a tattoo shop. That'd be fun.
The episode.
Do the
yeah.
episode.
Rent it out.
Go to a tattoo
yeah,
shop
we
for a
could
night.
we could just
After
hit them up
close,
and schedule something.
Just be like, yo, can you keep it
Might
open?
be better for them. It's
Yeah.
hard to get your equipment up here.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
I like that.
Let's do that. Oh, good
That's good.
idea.
Good idea.
This guy's good.
Sometimes you get
Great idea.
Sometimes he
Hey,
gets it
right
right.
here.
Oh my God.
Right here.
Wait.
I want
Left hand.
hit with the reverse.
Get fucked, idiot.
Hit you with the
What the
reverse.
hell was that?
That's
What the hell
that
was
means don't get too big for your fucking britches, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, I have been meaning to tell you about my secret tattoo.
Like
Wait,
that.
what?
I got a secret tattoo.
No,
No, you
got
didn't.
one?
I don't believe you.
No.
Well, I can show you
You're gonna show us?
on the bonus episode.
Oh!